1310.
Good morning, good morning. It is 6 a.m. This is your Fox Sports Update. Old Dominion gets their revenge on App State last night. The Monarchs win 78-77. Sean Dewar-Gordon had 25 points and 12 rebounds. Virginia beats Miami 82-71. Tane Murray was 4 for 6 from 3 and put up 20 points and also had 7 assists. Virginia Tech won 76-66 over Florida State. Toby Lowell had 17 points and 13 rebounds. The Hokies are set to travel to Charlottesville this Saturday for a 4 o'clock tip-off to play against the Cavaliers. In Steph Curry's return, the Thunder lost to the Warriors 116-109. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander had 52 points. Shai said after the game that he was not fulfilled at all and was very clearly, visibly upset. It's the Morning Drive with Johnny D, powered by Cova Sports TV on Fox Sports 1310 AM, 100.9 FM, and always streaming live on YouTube at Cova Sports TV and live on the Fox Sports 1310 app. With Suave, myself, and Johnny D, let's get to it.
Live from the OVM with Annie Mac Home Mortgage Studios, the official home of the Hampton Road sports fan. It's the Morning Drive, powered by Cova Sports TV on Fox Sports 1310, along with Suave and J-Lo. Here's your host, Johnny D.
Hey, Hampton Roads. Good to be with you. It's a Thursday. Yes, it is. 6:02. The Morning Drive. Yours truly, Johnny D. Suave. J-Lo in his shorts. 34 degrees outside this morning. Nothing can stop that man from wearing pants on a balmy morning in Hampton Roads. Great to be with you. The Morning Drive, Fox Sports 1310 AM, the Fox Sports 1310 app. A reminder that you could also follow us on the X at Drive Johnny D, on Instagram and Morning Drive Johnny D, and streaming live and in living color as always on YouTube at Cova Sports TV. Love the YouTube followers each and every morning. You get an opportunity to post your comments in the comment box, so feel free to do so throughout the morning today. Also on the X, we will have the Pacer Payroll poll questions are up and rolling already this morning, so make sure you vote on those. And you can hit us up via the Tell 'em Kellum talk and text line all morning long, 757-497-1310. That's 757-497-1310. Good morning, boys. How we doing?
Good morning.
Good morning. It's
Pretty good.
Thursday.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, we've talked about it on this radio program all the time. We get to about Thursday or Friday, yours truly, I'm burning it at both ends. Absolutely burning it at both ends with the high school stuff at night. Last night I went out. I took the folks out last night. I did my, hey, I want to be the first in line on the will type of routine last night. You know what I mean? Yeah. I love my folks to death. I love getting them out of the house. You got to get them out of the house once in a while. So I said, hey, look, Marlins are in action. Wesleyan last night. ODU was on the road. We'll talk some ODU basketball coming up here in a little bit. But they were in action last night at home. Take it on Randolph-Macon, where I'm a little bit conflicted because I've got one who is currently there at Randolph-Macon. And, of course, I love my Marlins over there, Virginia Wesleyan. So, big-time matchup, top 25 matchup, Division III. I know nobody cares, but I'm bringing it up. Okay. So, I'm like, hey, I'm off from high school hoops last night, J-Lo. I know there were a couple of makeup games last night, but you typically don't play on a Wednesday. So, I'm like, oh, I'll get out of the house, take it a half. Like, first, right out of the gate, I tell the folks, do you want to go to the game? Yes, we'd love to go to the game. I will drive you, not a problem. Are you going to feed me at the house before we go? Yes, we will. Perfect, right? So I'm already ahead of the game. Like we like to talk about it, football there, Suave. Mm-hmm. I'm ahead of the sticks. Right out of the gate. Go over, have a nice little Italian flatbread, a little ravioli. It's good. I'm feeling fat. I'm feeling happy. All good. Go to the game. Take it a little game. Leave at halftime. I'm home by 8 o'clock. Bad move, leave it at halftime? I don't think so. I got to get up at 4:30 in the morning. I love these people who say, why would you go to a game and leave it at halftime? Forget you. I'm not talking to you this morning. If you got to get up every single morning at 4:30, you know what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. But folks had a great time last night. But I did feel a little bit guilty, and I'll ask Suave and J-Lo this question, and I brought it up briefly on the show yesterday. But look, night off from hoops, I go to the game and enjoy a game, get the folks, pick them up, drop them off. Part of my motivation, though, Suave, and I'm not going to lie, and I've done this before, that if I've gone to an event and I know it's going to be crowded and I know a lot of people are going to be there, let me pick them up. You know why? You know what they got? They got the gold standard, baby. They got the golden ticket. Remember Willy Wonka?
Willy Wonka out here,
right?
huh?
Little Willy Wonka, the golden ticket.
Absolutely.
Right? They got the handicap pass.
That's a golden treasure right
now,
there.
is it wrong for me to really have a little bit of more motivation knowing that I'm going to a sporting event where parking is going to be a little bit difficult, but hey, I will go out of my way to include the parentals because they got a handicap pass?
I don't know about you. I see opportunity.
That's gamesmanship right there.
Right?
It's gamesmanship.
I mean, am I working the system?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, it's opportunity. You got that golden ticket. Use it. Use it.
I used it. Trust me, I dropped them off. I parked about 7 spaces away from the front door where there was no parking available, and I took full advantage of it. And I will do it again. If they need to go to the grocery store, I'm your guy.
Mm-hmm.
If you need to go to a restaurant that's going to be crap, I'm your guy. When ODU is back in town, like ODU women's basketball coming up this weekend against JMU, we got tickets we're going to be giving away in hour number 2 of the program. I'm your guy. I'll check it out. I'll take you.
Yeah.
Not a problem. What time do you want me to pick you up? If you're going to feed me,
Oh, boy.
Oh,
and I
come on.
also get an opportunity to park front row, I'm in. Not only that, Swab, but I had mentioned a couple of weeks ago, I went to the Chrysler and took in the Tina Turner,
Yeah.
which was fantastic. If you have not seen it, go see it. I don't think it's in town anymore, but next time it comes up. And one of the perks was, I'll drop you off. And oh, by the way, you got your handicap. So I can find some parking. Although I will say this, that if the anyone from the city of Norfolk is listening this morning to the radio program, I'm sure you are. The garage that's next to the Scope across from the Chrysler, I forget which garage it's called, the handicap accessible parking is horrendous. It is absolutely horrendous. It was one of these Suave where lucky to get a spot, absolutely. Lucky to fit in the spot, like I can't even open the door.
Oh, yeah, that sounds about right.
You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
that
It
sounds
took,
about right.
and it drives my wife up a wall because whenever we take her car, which is a little bit bigger, I am a dumpster fire trying to drive this car. It's like I'm taking my driver's ed test all over again. 3-point parking? Nope. Now this guy, 17 plus. Don't care. Like I've gotten to the point where if I'm trying to parallel park and I got to do it 19 times to try to get in and out,
Let it go.
not bothering me.
It's like that commercial.
You can lay on that horn all day long. It's not speeding up this dude. I'm going at my own pace. You laying on that horn right behind me in your Hyundai or Kia isn't going to speed me up, Swab. Not going to do it. Not going to do it. So, last night, nice night out, took it a little bit of hoops. High school hoops, we'll get into that a little bit later on in the program. I did not bring up that this morning because I did not have high school. Did you go anywhere last night,
I did not
Joe?
go anywhere.
Yeah, it was nice. I'm not going to lie. Who do we have on the program who said, look, it's Chris Russell who's like, look, finally, there was no football on.
Yeah.
Just kind of sit back and relax.
I got to breathe a little bit. So I don't know. I don't know if we should put it up on the poll this morning. If you already did the Pacer payroll poll questions this morning on the X at Drive Johnny D, just talking about if I should feel guilty about utilizing or using my elderly parents because of their handicap pass.
Oh, we're putting that on the poll question.
You're going to put that up on the poll?
We're putting that on the
put
poll
it up on the
question.
poll
Yeah,
this
we're putting
morning.
a Pacer poll
And
question.
just see. By the way, today's Bluff bottom line up front brought to you by OVM Financial with Annie Mac Home Mortgage, serving Hampton Roads since 2001. When it comes to buying a home or refinancing, you need a mortgage partner you can trust. Visit ovmfinancial.com. That's ovmfinancial.com. NMLS 338923. Get moving and get buying. Give them a call today, 757-407-70. 23. Coming up here in a little bit, we'll talk a little hoops. Busy night last night in the NBA. LeBron James is back in the news. We'll get to that story. Also, a nice win for ODU on the road last night. We'll get into it. 6:45 this morning, we crack open the ever so popular Suave Entertainment page. 7 o'clock hour. Yep, that man is back. The scroll of Cowboy fan Hank. Also, a great article by a friend of the program, Mike Jones, The Athletic, that I definitely want to get into, talking about the Kansas City Chiefs as they get ready for the Super Bowl coming up next week. What's your take on a Thursday? And then what's trending on social media this morning? Adam Silver is one of those dudes that's trending. And 8 o'clock hour, who we putting in the Porta Potty this morning, boys? I got 2 nominees right out of the gate. Going to talk more about Billy Belichick. Also, Jason Kelce is in the news. And then live from the Shrine Bowl. Are you familiar with the Shrine Bowl down in Mobile there, J-Lo?
I'm not.
You fancy yourself as a man of many hobbies, and you don't take in a little NFL draft prep and the Shrine Bowl going on in Mobile?
No, not really.
I know it's Mobile. I like to call it Mobile. Yeah. Ryan Fowler will join us from the NFL Draft Network, and we'll talk about some of those Virginia Tech guys. Any UVA guys down at the Shrine Bowl? Can you fact check that?
At the Reese's Bowl, there's Jonas Sanker, but that's all.
That's it?
Yeah.
All right, so we'll ask Ryan coming up at about 8:30 this morning. And then excited to talk a little bit of DC hoops. Award-winning author, sports writer. He is the voice of DC sports. John Feinstein is scheduled to join us on the program this morning right around 8:45. But, of course, we are all about the callers. We're all about the listeners this morning. If you want to chime into the program, the YouTube stream is open at Cova Sports TV. The comment box is up and running. Hank has already chimed in this morning, so we'll get to that. Also, you got the Tell 'em Kellum talking text line at 757-497-1310. That's 757-497-1310. I also want to thank everybody in our listening audience there, Suave. We brought up a topic yesterday that apparently is very popular. It's one of those things that you're afraid to talk about at a party until somebody brings it up. And we brought up turkey neck yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
So I do want to thank all of our listeners and callers out there for, J-Lo, I see you looking. Like, we brought it up, the unflattering angles that I have to deal with on this program via the YouTube stream. And I noticed as I started bringing up the topic, Suave, J-Lo started looking a little bit closer at my turkey neck. I don't appreciate that.
Well, I'm looking real close because I really don't notice it from afar.
Well, I don't want you to notice it. I don't need you to start looking at me and analyzing all my flaws because I've got a lot of them. Okay. But I do want to thank our listeners out there who decided to hit me up and slide into my DMs. Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah.
Slide into my DMs?
Sure.
Probably not in the right context.
Yeah, sure.
I gotta make sure.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Right, I gotta make sure.
Make sure you drop the context.
But I do want to thank them all for chiming in and saying, "Hey, here's what causes turkey neck, and here's some remedies." So I do appreciate that. What causes turkey neck, you may ask, J-Lo? Thank you for asking. I'll tell you, aging being one of them. The elasticity as you get older in your neck isn't what it used to be. Start to sag a little bit. Weight, genetics, lifestyle factors, medications, weak neck muscles.
So you go to the gym and lift neck. You gotta go.
Yeah, so now I got to go to the gym today.
Yep.
And be that dude in the corner.
With a weight around your head. Just
that guy in the corner.
Yep.
You're right. That's doing just ridiculous neck exercises because I got a big spotlight over my head that simply says, I have turkey neck. Here's why I'm doing these exercises. I'm already doing these mobility type of exercises that make me look ridiculous. Mm-hmm. Absolutely ridiculous. At first, I was a little bit self-aware, a little self-conscious about it. Now I'm not. Like, I'll do it right in the middle of the gym.
Will you ever do a Zumba class?
A Zumba?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
No.
I talked about hot yoga possibly.
Oh.
I would like to do a little bit of hot yoga.
It's good for you.
Because I'm thinking, what exercise can I do where I can almost sleep at the same time?
Wow. Sit down bike. How about that?
Yeah. So, look, thank you very much to everybody. I'll go over a little bit later on in the show some of the remedies for turkey neck. But I got a couple of people who have chimed in this morning on the YouTube stream. I appreciate it. Hank is all about taking advantage of elderly people, apparently. He says, hey, if you got it free, you go till half if you wish, not a problem. And if you use it, if I wasn't taking them, if it would be a situation presented itself. So I think Hank is agreeing with me. What do you think, Fowler?
Yeah, he's definitely agreeing with you.
I'm really not surprised.
You're not surprised? Wow. J-Lo, what does that mean?
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, come on, man.
Yes, come on.
Also, Lynn Taylor chimes in this morning. Hey, Johnny, which team do you support? Are you talking about the game I went to last night? That's an interesting question because I've got a child who goes to one school, but my allegiance is to Virginia Wesleyan. So my child no longer plays a sport at that other school, so my allegiance is no longer there. I've already paid my final tuition bill. So once we get her across that stage, baby, see ya.
No more.
I'm out.
No. Yeah.
Come on, I'm out.
Take off the bumper sticker.
Yeah. I mean, we're talking about allegiance. So good morning. We appreciate you guys chiming in. You got a comment? Hit us up on the YouTube feed this morning at Cova Sports TV. Yeah, so I've got it in front of me now, Suave. My turkey neck exercises that I need to start doing. Are we kidding? What is wrong? What am I doing? I'm not doing Botox. I can tell you that right now.
Oh, no, please.
Good Lord.
Or should I?
Nope.
No, that's all right.
Have you look like the Joker from the Batman movie with him?
Yeah, but that only happens for how many days? Like, do you know anyone who's done Botox?
No.
Actually, I do, but in the shipyard, somebody I know did Botox. And like I said, their face looks like the Joker from the Batman movie. Like every time she speaks, it do like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we usually look at her and start joking her away from her. But, yeah, we knew her.
Oh, so what we've established is that Suave likes to make fun of people who have had turkey neck and have done Botox, and I'm going to be the same one. David Foster chimes in this morning, man. He wants me to jiggle the turkey neck. That's a little disturbing. I will not do that this morning.
Jiggle it.
That's not going to happen. There will be no jiggling on this radio program this morning. I guarantee you. If you notice, I've worn the Old Dominion University sweatshirt in honor of the big win on the road. We'll get into that coming up here in a little bit. But I've worn it because it goes all the way up. Like, I can pull this baby right up to the bottom of my chin. Linda asked, by the way, how you guys up so early? Where you at?
We don't know why we up so early. Help us.
Yeah, we get up early. We are broadcasting live from the OVM Financial Studios here in glorious Virginia Beach. Mm-hmm. That's where we are. And this segment of the Morning Drive, of course, is brought to you by Better Way Realty and Brian Worst, the team of Brian Worst. If you want the best, you got to deal with the worst. 757-424-9007. That's 757-424-9007. Or visit them online at abetterway.com. Look straight ahead. Busy night in the NBA. Victor Wembanyama is crying. We'll talk a little bit about that. LeBron James is back in the news, and a huge win for ODU on the road. A lot to get into. Hey, Thursday morning. Great to be with you. Johnny D, Suave, J-Lo. We call it the Morning Drive. Fox Sports 1310 AM. The Fox Sports 1310 app.
Fox Sports 1310 traffic.
Today's morning commute currently is going with little delays. From Newport News to Norfolk, your drive time is 32 minutes via Interstate 64 eastbound. And from Chesapeake to downtown, drive time is 10 minutes taking Interstate 464 northbound. Lastly, from Virginia Beach to Norfolk, taking Interstate 264 westbound, drive time is 22 minutes. I'm Peter Cook on Fox Sports 1310.
A girl in Kenya dreams of becoming a doctor. An elder in Guatemala dreams of being part of a community. Reach out and change their world, and it will change your own. Unbound.org.
Power failures are preventable with a Kelce Mechanical installed Honeywell automatic standby generator. Call today to live your Southside life uninterrupted. Yep, comfy house, warm food, hot showers, even Wi-Fi all day. Financing with credit approval. KellemMechanical.com.
Attorney advertising. Local counsel LM Law. Paid active dramatization.
Pain and Gain, your one-stop shop for all things field hockey. Located in Princess One Shopping Center, Virginia Beach, we carry everything you need on the turf, from black sticks, turf shoes, mouth guards, and much more. Try out your stick before you buy in our synthetic turf area. Pain and Gain. Embrace the pain, enjoy the game.
Hampton Roads has a long-running high school and college sports tradition. It's time to give them the spotlight they deserve. This is 757 Sports Talk.
Usually it's Hatfield. That's why I try to tell everybody, get on Hatfield. He is the legal scribe, the talking head that knows all this, puts the whammies on. We do things different on this podcast. That's why we're rated number 3 in the state.
You got Play-Doh? Get out of here! We got people all over the globe watching with us. Sitting in a phone booth with you would be very...
well, no, we got to have your own phone booth. I'm not sitting in a phone booth with you.
It is 757 Saturday Sports Talk here on Cova Sports TV. Like, share, and subscribe.
Cova Painting. We don't just paint, we transform spaces. Visit covapainting.com or call 757-550-7357 and mention the Sportsplex for 10% off of projects over $1,000.
Sean McDermott. The milk is lumpy in Buffalo, and it has nothing to do with the cold. Now, unless you say, we're going to move off of Josh, but you're not going to give up a quarterback for a coach.
With Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington. Weeknights at 7 on Fox Sports 1310. Live from the OVM with Annie Mac Home Mortgage Studios, it's the Morning Drive with Johnny D on Fox Sports 1310 AM and 100.9 FM.
Yes, sir. Great to be with you Thursday morning. Yours truly, Johnny D, Suave J-Lo. Fox Sports 1310 AM and the Fox Sports 1310 app. The YouTube is up and rolling this morning at Cova Sports TV. You can chime in on the chat box this morning. Already got some comments coming in from Hank, from Lind. Also, who's this, Mikey? Or
Mikey,
Mick?
Mickey, we're not too sure. We're trying to figure it out back.
Not really sure what he's talking about here. We got Pat McAfee at home.
He's saying we're Pat McAfee.
They are Pat McAfee, or
we're like Pat McAfee.
Like we are their Pat McAfee.
Oh, we are the Pat McAfee.
Hey, that's the case. I'd say that's a compliment.
I would take that as a compliment.
That's a compliment.
Well, of course it is.
Maybe not quite the profound language, but
look,
please, if we could.
J-Lo, it's okay. You could drop an S or an F once in a while in your life. Nobody's going to judge you. You're very scared to do that, are you not? Like, I can almost guarantee you this. I grew up in a very Italian, Catholic, New York home. God bless my parents. They never really cussed, believe it or not, or did not do it in front of the children unless there was reason to do it in front of the children. But they were very good about it. But if you went to a family event, look, it would have been on the invitation. Right?
Just to inform y'all when you come to it.
It's just a little bit of the fabric of the community you're in. I have a feeling, Suave, and you agree or disagree with this, that in the J-Lo household, growing up, it was a little bit more Leave It to Beaver. than it was a little bit of a salty language around the dinner table. Yes or no?
I honestly, I can believe that.
Well, nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
Nothing
In
wrong.
fact, I applaud his parentals for how they've raised this fine young man to be that way. And in fact, I wish I was a little bit more like that, because my children love him to death. Been fantastic. They do all the right things. However, they have been known to drop an F or an S once in a while.
I've heard about your son in the Bills games.
Well, yeah, I mean, can you blame them?
I mean,
Look, if there is ever a situation where you're allowed to have salty language, it is a Buffalo Bills Kansas City Chiefs game.
or a Yankees game.
Or a Yankees game. Or any situation at that point.
That one when you said your dad had to talk to him, bleep, bleep.
Yeah, forget it.
Bleep, bleep.
Forget about it. So we appreciate you guys chiming in this morning. You got a comment for the show, hit us up on the YouTube at Cova Sports TV. Also on the X at Drive Johnny D. And drop us a line via the Tell 'em Kellum talk and text line this morning at 757-497-1310. Very quick. Just because this is what I do during the breaks, I was looking up the TED exercises for turkey neck.
Oh, no.
I almost need to take a picture of this and put it on our social media this morning. It's literally somebody choking themselves. Like they're trying to tighten and smooth their skin. They've got both hands around their neck, choke holding. What do we do? Like, I'm just going to choke myself out? Is that going to be my exercise now, Swab? Maybe it should be.
That's not a good exercise at all.
You don't think so?
No.
You don't think it'll be beneficial?
No, that's not good. Because I want to see how the video looks. Is this person doing like this? Like they choking themselves like that? That don't look right. No, don't do that. That don't look right at all.
Hey, we got the scoreboard coming up here in a little bit. Big win for ODU on the road last night there, J-Lo. Did you see that?
78-77.
78-77 over App State. Did they not just play App State at home?
Yeah, they got killed. I was there.
Got crushed.
Yeah, it wasn't even close.
So, nice job last night by Mike Jones and the boys, but I do beg the question, and I love to look up the Ken Palm stats this morning, but I'll pose this question to the both of you. I'll start with you there, Suave, because you are the unofficial expert when it comes to ODU basketball on this radio program.
Not for the men.
No. You got to roll with it, man. We got to get some subject matter expertise in here. So you are.
Yeah, I'll get that.
All right. A big win last night for the men on the road. ODU a true contender in the Sun Belt, or is the Sun Belt just really bad in men's basketball?
Hey, like I said before, man, when Mike Jones came aboard, he got them playing different, got them doing good. So I say they have a chance to be pretenders this year with Mike Jones.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, J-Lo, I'll ask you. I know we're not talking about UVA, but come on. You could do it.
No, they started out the year terrible in non-conference play, but that's not what matters to you. What matters is Sun Belt play, and they played well. They're 6-4, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
They can still compete. They're only 2 games behind Arkansas State, so absolutely they can compete. The Sun Belt definitely is not the best basketball conference.
So I was going to ask, do we know where they are ranked? Power rankings. I know Ken Palm does a great job. Like if you're looking at the Ken Palm, I believe this is correct, right? Through Wednesday, January 29th. Houston is the number 1 ranked team of the country when you're talking about basketball ratings and factoring in a lot of different things. I'm not going to get into it, but strength of schedule, record, all that good stuff. You got Houston, Auburn, Duke, Florida, Iowa State, Tennessee, Alabama, your usuals. I'm trying to find where the highest ranked Sun Belt school would be, and I'm going down the list here. And I got to remember the Sun Belt off the top of my head because it's hard. VCU, by the way, if you're keeping score at home, J-Lo, because I noticed you don't like to talk about VCU anymore.
I bring up VCU in the updates.
After you were exposed on this radio program, 39th, just so you know. They are 39th. North Texas, no, they're in the American.
Arkansas State, Troy, South Alabama.
Yeah, I'm still going down the list for the Sun Belt here. Wow. We got an Atlantic Sun in there in Lipscomb. Good for them. Arkansas State, right? So Arkansas State, they're in the Sun Belt, correct?
Yes, they are.
Okay, so they are 91st. Are they the highest ranked Sun Belt team?
Apparently so. If you ain't saying the other team.
You haven't seen South Alabama or Troy.
Yeah. I have not seen South Alabama on this list. I have not seen Troy. Wow, that's pretty bad. You're talking about 91st.
90, yeah.
I'm still going down. Troy is 104. if you're wondering. I'm still going. You got the CAA, UNC Wilmington out there. My Syracuse Orange, congratulations. You cracked the 120. You're sitting at 119. Good work, boys. Adrian Autry, enjoy it while it lasts. 129 is App State. South Alabama is 131. Still looking.
Oh, my.
Still looking.
Oh, my.
James Madison, 145. Still going. Still going down this list.
If you're near 200, let it go.
Texas State sitting there. What was Texas State? Look, Norfolk State is 167 coming out of the MEAC. Behold, the green and gold right
yes,
there. Virginia Tech is on 162. I'm still looking, man. Look, that's pretty bad. In fact, where is ODU?
Hank even tried this in the 200s.
I'm in the 200s right now. I'm still looking. Where's Waldo on this list? Holy crap! Wow, this is pretty bad.
Let it go.
I can't now. See, that's the whole thing. I'm halfway down this rabbit hole.
Yep.
I gotta know now. Yeah. Where is Old Dominion on this list? Somebody tell me. Oh, there they are. Found them. Take a guess. Just take a wild guess on the KenPom rankings.
225.
Now, I don't know if it factors in the game last night. It was through Wednesday, so I don't know. Old Dominion's record they got is 10-12.
Yeah.
Is that correct
That's
after
correct.
last night?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So just take a shot in the dark. All right. I'll give you a little bit of a hit here. There are 364 teams in Division I college basketball. 364. Congratulations to the SWAC that's got Mississippi Valley State and Arkansas Pine Bluff coming up the rear. They're the two worst.
At least
They're the
VMI
two
down
worst.
there anymore.
Okay. Lemoyne, which got an offer from out of high school. Congratulations to yours truly, 351. Maybe that's why they're giving yours truly an offer.
They're taking anybody.
They're taking anyone. Can you walk, chew gum, and you got a pulse? Perfect. You're exactly a good fit for our
6'7".
basketball program.
Yeah.
Forget about it's not about height. It wasn't about weight. It wasn't about skill set. Son, can you walk, chew gum, and have a pulse all at the same time? Yes, I can. Congratulations. You're a fit for what we're trying to do. What is that? Just find warm bodies.
Wow.
At this point. Take a guess very quickly.
212.
212. No.
I say 250.
250. 291.
Oh, God.
Wow. 291. But hey, big win last night on the road. Yeah. They take care of business. Okay.
Good for them.
Good work out of them. All right. Hey, back, by the way, to the chat box this morning on YouTube. Hank says the 200 Sunbelt dumpster juice. That's disgusting. I mean, not this early in the morning. That is dirty.
That is nasty.
I mean, there's dirty, and then there's Sunbelt dumpster juice. Hines has chimed in this morning. 64 teams in the tourney. Is it still 64? I thought it was more. It's 68.
Well, it's 68. There's the play-in.
Yeah, it's 68. And Mikey Vick this morning. Which team do you guys think Cam Scatabo will go to? Well, there's a random ass question this morning. We'll talk some NFL draft coming up in the 8 o'clock hour with our boy. What time is that? Ryan Fowler.
Yes.
And ask him.
8:25.
I don't know. As dominant as he was at Arizona State, I feel like he's just going to be one of those guys that was really good in college. Does it translate to the NFL? He'll find a spot in the NFL. But will he be a fullback in the NFL? Will he be a full-time running back in the NFL? I don't know where he fits. So we'll talk to, we'll get your question answered coming up in the 8 o'clock hour when Ryan Fowler of the NFL Draft Network joins us on the program. All right, 6:33. Look at the scoreboard last night. A busy night last night. J-Lo, you got the scoreboard this morning?
Yes, I do. Good morning, Johnny D.
Good morning again.
Looking at the scoreboard last night, as we just talked about, Old Dominion picking up a big win, 78-77 over App State. You go to the ACC, Virginia Tech getting a win over Florida State, 76-66. UVA getting a win, 82-71. Also in the ACC, I'm trying to find the right conference here. I had another one I was going to look at, but whatever. There's an upset in college basketball last night. Unranked Maryland taking down number 17 Wisconsin. That was 76-68, so good win for them. And then going to the NBA, the Nets taking down the Hornets 104-83. The Pacers beating the Pistons 133-119. The Raptors beating the Wizards 106-82. The Celtics beating the Bulls 122-100. The Cavaliers beating the Heat 126-106. The Knicks beating the Nuggets 122-112. The Sixers beating the Kings 117-104. The Mavs beating the Pelicans by 137-136. The Clippers beating the Spurs 128-116. The T-Wolves beating the Suns 121-113, and the Warriors winning against the Thunder 116-109. Those are your scores from last night.
All right, thank you very much. A little bit of a confrontation, maybe a heated conversation last night, Suave, in the San Antonio Clippers game. Did you see Victor Wembanyama and Zubac got into it a little bit? Zubac pushed the old 7'4" guy to the floor, where Wembanyama decided to bum rush him. Which, what does that look like? Like a baby giraffe coming at you?
Pretty much.
Like, have you ever been at the zoo and you're feeding the animals and then all of a sudden a giraffe just starts sprinting towards you? Is it fear or are you just kind of in awe? Right? Because it's not an opposing figure in Victor Wembanyama. It's just like a tall toothpick coming at you. Well, he got a little frustrated last night. He said, quote, "It's not even about Zubac. It's just frustration no matter what it is, talking about the officiating and not getting the calls." Look, you got to own it a little bit more in the NBA to start getting some calls. Like, I love Victor Wembanyama. He is a lot of fun to watch. But Suave, is he at the point of his career, a year and a half in, where you're going to give him the benefit of the doubt and start getting some calls?
Nope.
Nah, he ain't there. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. Also, I think it's pretty funny that his teammates had to come and restrain him. Like, it literally takes one teammate to put his arms around this dude, right? Seriously. Like the towel guy could do it. The towel guy could wrap the towel around him one time, maybe two times, and you're already set and ready to go.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's going to be okay, Victor. You're going to be fine. But I thought that was funny last night, the heated conversation. Also, a budding story, and we touched on it a little bit yesterday. Do you have that audio from J.J. Redick? We mentioned J.J. Redick talking about the other night. AD goes down. The Lakers injury situation, they call up one Bronny James. Bronny James' stat line the other night, not very good. Not very good at all. Here's J.J. Redick talking about the young superstar and why he decided to play him in the first quarter.
You know, just felt like on a back-to-back, just him giving us energy, I think, was the goal. You know, I maybe put him in a tough spot, you know, flying up yesterday and, you know, nationally televised game and Philly, all that stuff. It's, you know, he didn't play well, but he's been playing great, you know, in the Stay Ready games, and he's been playing great in the G. So I have confidence in him, but obviously didn't provide that at a high level.
That's JJ's way of saying, look, he stinks.
Yeah.
But not only does he stinks, but I was kind of pressured to play him a little bit by his pops, who just happens to be the all-time greatest player in the NBA. You're bringing up a guy, and I'm reading all these stories about the Lakers are growing concerned because AD and LeBron want to upgrade the roster. This is what LeBron does every January. Hey, we stink because of me, because of AD, because we're not performing in the way we need to. So we got to go out and go upgrade the roster. Oh, by the way, do me a favor. While you're doing that, let's fly up for a game a rookie who probably should not even have been drafted to begin with to try to give us a spark coming off the bench where his stat line was 15 minutes, 0 for 5 for the field, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block. I posed the question to the both of you guys this morning, and we'll put it up on the poll and throw it into the chat box this morning at YouTube at Cova Sports TV. Suave, I'll ask you, does LeBron maybe regret pushing the Lakers to draft Bronny?
No, because this is a LeBron James thing. He don't regret it. He gonna continue to do what he wants to do. He gonna continue to push it. And, he's saying all the right stuff, that his son's working hard and all that, blah, blah, blah. But he's not regretting it at all. It's the Lakers' problem, like, we should not have done this. But you're going to listen to LeBron James because he's LeBron James. And that's how it is. So, I mean, this is what you wanted. Everybody said that he should not be in the NBA team. But this is what y'all wanted. It's so cool, father and son. Now that reality's kicked in. You see how Bronny is.
Honestly, I think we got to the point. I'm not knocking the kid's talent. The kid's obviously got a little bit of talent to be in this position. He's got a great set of genes. We know that. And I'm sure his work ethic is fantastic, J-Lo. But the bottom line is, does this dude deserve an opportunity if his last name is not James?
No.
No.
No, he doesn't. You look at the numbers. What are the numbers? They're awful. He has nothing stat-wise when it comes to NBA play. And you can say what you want about the G League. That's the G League, whatever. No, there's no way without his last name he's getting drafted or playing even for the G League right now, I think.
I think it's bad stain on the NBA, too. I'm not going to lie. I mean, a league that right now is struggling with superstars, struggling with ratings, honestly struggling with an identity. I think this is a bad stain when you're talking about, I need to get a spark coming off the bench. I'm going to take a G League guy. That's going to be my guy. And it's Bronny James. And I feel for Bronny James, but I don't at this point. Pops has given you that opportunity. He's put you in this position. You got to take it and run with it. Understood. But if J.J. Redick's got to sit there, you notice he backtracked really quick.
Very.
Right? Look, did not have a good game. However, a little bit unfair. We flew him up. Really wasn't prepared. Hey, kid's got an opportunity. Don't make excuses for the kid. Are you going to make excuses for all your guys coming off the bench? No, you're not. So, look, we'll put it up this morning. I'd love to get people's thoughts on it. Throw it up on the YouTube feed this morning at Cova Sports TV. We've had a couple of comments this morning. Let me keep track here. Mikey Vick says the NBA has fell off.
Absolutely.
No doubt about it. Hank has chimed in. Redick pulling a Clarence Hill. Man, you got to let it go with Clarence Hill, man. And Hines has chimed in this morning. Good morning, Hines. First ever father-son trade for a first-round pick. Ooh. Who? Well, I mean, this is what we call a throw-in or cash consideration, right? We'll give you LeBron, and we'll throw in Bronny. Can I get cash consideration instead of Bronny? Like, seriously, can I?
You'll get a Slurpee for Bronny.
Yeah. Also, Hank chimes in. A hand towel wraps around Wembanyama.
That's good.
That's
good.
That is a very good point. All right, so the NBA, that's one of our poll questions this morning. You can vote on the X at Drive Johnny D on Instagram at Morning Drive Johnny D. You could also chime in on the Tell them Talking text line this morning at 757-497-1310. This segment of the Morning Drive is brought to you by the brand new Bagel Baker Deli, boys. I believe it's opening up here shortly, right there at Loman's Plaza off the Boulevard. You don't want to miss it. Some of the testimonials are coming in, my friend, man. People are a big fan of the matzo ball soup. I think Suave is one of them. He's a huge fan of the matzo ball soup over there. We are a big fan of the breakfast sandwiches.
Absolutely.
Which you could get all day long. Also, you got those oversized lunch sandwiches like the corned beef, the pastrami, the BLTs. So check out their full catering menu online at bagelbaker.com/deli. That's bagelbaker.com/deli. You got the big game coming up in a couple of weeks. Great opportunity to impress your friends. Go out, get it catered, get a bunch of sandwiches brought in. J-Lo, you will be the superstar of your household if you went out and dipped into the pocket a little bit and got a little Bagel Baker. I'm telling you right now. So go to the website, bagelbaker.com/deli, the all-new Bagel Baker Deli in Virginia Beach, a taste of New York right here in the 757. All right, coming up, the Suave Entertainment page. We'll dive in, see what he's talking about this morning. It's the Morning Drive.
Fox Sports 1310 Traffic.
Traffic is congested on Interstate 64 westbound from Norview Avenue to Little Creek Road due to an accident blocking 3 of the left lanes. And a reminder that a lift for the high-rise bridge is scheduled at 9 a.m. today. Otherwise, your morning commute is going smoothly. From Chesapeake to downtown, drive time is 10 minutes via Interstate 464 northbound. I'm Peter Cook on Fox Sports 1310.
Imagine a child in extreme poverty waiting over a year to be sponsored. End their wait today. Become a Compassion sponsor. Just text radio to 83393.
Drive into the new year in a new car from Southern.
For any athlete, making it to the top sometimes comes with a few steps back. That's why there's CHKD Sports Medicine. Advanced diagnostics, treatment, and rehabilitation for sports injuries, just for young athletes like yours.
What makes a life a good one? Is it our adventures? Or the friends we find along the way? Is it the challenges we conquer together? Maybe it's the people's lives we touch every single day. So, what makes a life a good one? You'll have to figure that one out for yourself.
As a banker at Town Bank, we believe that people bank with people, not with banks. You're looking for an actual personal relationship, and that's what you get at our bank. You get that person that gets to know you, gets to know your business, is there for you. I think that is what motivates us, what drives us. And the idea that we are trying to serve others and enrich lives, I think is very true.
Well, it's everybody's favorite time of year again. Time to prepare to make your annual donation to that infernal revenue service. And if you're like me, you need help. Help to keep that donation as small as possible. So get off your W-2 and call John Maynard at John's Tax Service. 455-6763.
Play Store and experience a new level of sports entertainment. You are listening to The Morning Drive on Fox Sports 1310 AM and 100.9 FM, and always free on the Fox Sports 1310 mobile app.
Sir, welcome back. 649 Hampton Roads. Great to be with you on this Thursday. Johnny D. Suave, J-Lo, The Morning Drive, Fox Sports 1310 AM. A reminder to download the app. Take us with you wherever you go at Fox Sports 1310. Taking your comments this morning on the YouTube stream at Cova Sports TV. You could also chime in and vote. The polls are open on the X. The Pacer payroll poll question this morning. Got a couple of them, so go to the X at Drive Johnny D. I'm excited to also announce, by the way, Admirals, they were a winner last night on the road. 6-2 was your final. So they got 6 of 8 points secured on their road trip. Going to be back at the Scope, Suave, Friday at 7:05. I did learn yesterday that starting in February, in a couple of days, we will be giving away Admiral tickets on this radio program. Let's give it up.
Yes.
Our boy, friend of the program, Weston DeWitt. He will be back on tomorrow to get us ready for the homestand, and we're going to start giving away some Admiral tickets on this radio show. Do we have Admiral fans in our radio audience? Can we put that up on the YouTube stream this morning? Just put it up there on the YouTube stream this morning. I'm just curious. Can we tap into that Admirals community? Yes. I'm all about the puckheads.
Yeah, I heard it was a huge crowd last Saturday.
They
I
had
told somebody that went. It was standing room only.
So hold on a second. You heard it was a huge crowd. Were you at the game?
No. I had known somebody that was.
Oh, you knew somebody who went.
Yes.
How many? Like 8,000, 10,000?
It was right around there. Yeah, I think around 10,000 or so.
I think when we had Weston on, he was talking about the pre-ticket sales.
Yeah.
We're up in the
That's
7,000 or
phenomenal.
8,000 range. So, man, look, they're taking care of business.
Yeah,
we got to check that out.
I love that.
We got to get you out there, Suave. I mean,
Zamboni.
here's what I'm talking about. Radio content 101. Also for the video. We got to get you out just walking the concourse.
Okay.
Just walking the concourse, interviewing people.
Okay.
That's all they want. We're going to give you 3 questions. You start interviewing people on the concourse. It's a way to self-promote your brand, what you're doing, what the radio show is doing. Also get some immediate feedback for the Admirals fan base. Write this down before I forget, because I get a lot of great ideas and literally forget them as the show
You got to
ends.
get him to throw the first pitch, too, at Harbor Park.
We got a lot of stuff. I'm actually...
Trust me, I got all written down.
I'm going to be at Harbor Park next week, so we're going to be talking about... I would love to do opening day, the show live from Harbor Park.
Oh, that'd be phenomenal. Absolutely.
Now, look, it'll be with the janitors because nobody else will be in the building at 6 a.m. However, as the sun is rising over the outfield, or maybe the other way around, I don't know, depending upon where we sit. Right?
Yeah.
How fantastic would that be?
Phenomenal.
Suave and I will be in the press box. J-Lo will be here in the studio pushing the buttons. Fantastic.
You guys got to get Pete Mishu to come on, too.
Pete is great.
Oh,
Pete
I
is
love
unbelievable.
Pete. Yes.
Pete is spectacular. No doubt about it.
One of the best in the business.
So I'll be over at Harbor Park next week, and I'll make sure I put a little bit of a bug in there.
Please.
Hey, by the way, a brother man is trying to get hooked up for a first pitch. Not yours truly. Because here's the problem I have, J-Lo. Honestly. I'm not going to go for the front of the... I'm going to be right on the mound. I'm not going front of the mound, number one. And number two, when I whip in an 88 mile an hour and it's tailing, the offers are going to roll in. I can't afford that.
Just a bit outside.
Right. And then I'm going to get a little tearage in the elbow. We don't need all this. We don't need all
Y'all
that.
give me a first pitch. I just all ask, can I come with a vest and come out to the Wild Thing song?
That's it.
Oh, my goodness.
Come out like that.
No, you got to have a different song.
No, I got to come out
it's
the
got
Wild
to be the
Thing.
Wild Thing.
Perfect. Again, video content.
That'd be unbelievable.
We could play it. We could have Suave walking in for the bullpen.
Yep.
The problem is that probably will take about 15 minutes to get you walking for the bullpen.
He did a sprint.
He ain't sprinting.
No, I ain't sprinting.
He's not sprinting.
I'm walking with a purpose.
I mean, he's going to do that power walk. You see those people do?
Yeah. Well, I'm here walking like Vince McMahon.
Walking that fine line in between. Am I jogging or am I power walking?
That's how I'm walking right to that bullpen.
I'm also very critical of those people, man. I watch those people walk and I go, I can't do it. I can't. I mean, look, if I look like an idiot while I'm walking, I'm not walking. just not doing it. I don't want those optics. I want to look at myself. I'm like, look at that. That guy looks like a disaster. He looks like he's about to fall over, just walking at a brisk rate. Why would I want to put myself in that position? Anyway, I'm getting off track. 6:52. It's time for the entertainment page, please.
Oh, wow.
J-Lo, can you do that, please?
Want to know what's happening outside of sports? Here's what's trending in entertainment with Suave.
All right, yes, let's go ahead right to it. What's trending with your boy Don Suave in entertainment? Let's go ahead and start with this right here. So, who's getting honored? Yes, I'm talking about the girl from Queensbridge herself, Miss Roxanne Shante. She's going to be making Grammy history when she becomes the first solo female rapper to receive a Lifetime Achievement Award at the Grammys. Now, if some of y'all may not know who Roxanne Shante is, if you grew up in hip-hop, she was one who started the battles with her and the UTFO. So if y'all heard the song that Roxanne, then she responded with a song, Roxanne Revenge. Next thing you know, they're going back and forth. But, you know, this is the queen of New York. She's getting a Lifetime Achievement Award at the Grammys. So congratulations, Roxanne Shante. And lastly, we have somebody getting an award. I'm talking about a teacher from Tennessee, Mr. Adrian Macklin, a teacher choir director at Cordova High School, has been named the 2025 Grammy Music Educator of the Year. This award comes with a $10,000 prize for Macklin and another $10,000 for the Cova High School Music Program. And we have a short video as well, how he explains his achievement and basically what it feels to be a music teacher. So go ahead and play that for us, J-Lo.
Tears to my eyes when he told me that at the beginning of the school year.
When you consider the number of lives that you've impacted, what do you think?
Oh gosh, there are kids that come in, they're dealing with things, they're troubled. I've had kids come in homeless, and my smile, me caring for them, I know that I've made a change in them.
So, Rich, congratulations to you on your achievement, and continue to do the work, continue to attract the youth, and just we see you right now in the Morning Drive with Johnny D.
Absolutely. Look, I'm a big fan of the educators. You know that on this radio program, my wife is an educator, my parents were educators, my nephew is an educator.
Oh, wow.
I was not allowed to be an educator for some reason. Don't know. But I am a big fan of what they do. Pay them. Pay these people.
Please.
Pay these
people, please. The stuff these educators have to deal with, I give all respect to them, man. Even just hearing from my kids when they talk about their educators and their teachers, I couldn't be one. Because I'll be like, no, I gotta take a walk for this one. This kid talking, he's like, you gotta walk. But
nope. Hey, by the way, my son we were talking about school yesterday, which we don't normally talk about. And he was a big fan of one of his teachers. It was a topic of conversation for about 10 minutes yesterday. So if my son is listening this morning, lock in. Do what you need to do. It's going to be okay. Big fan now. huge fan this morning.
He's like your old professor. What's her name again? His name again? That let you sleep in class?
Mr. Malloy.
That's right, Mr. Malloy.
Never forget.
Yeah. We had somebody
on
the chat box said about Mr. Malloy, too.
Mr. Malloy.
Yeah.
The all-time greatest. No doubt about it.
Yes. So we that's what's having entertainment. Congratulations to Ross Ashante. Congratulations to Macklin. And continue to do the work, y'all. We see you. We recognize you.
All right, good stuff. 6:57 on this Thursday morning. Real quick, we get an update of the Pacer payroll poll question. Are we able to get an update in very quickly there, Swallow? As hour number one.
Sure thing. Let's go ahead and get to it. So we were talking about LeBron James and the pushing for drafting. So the question does LeBron James regret pushing the Lakers to draft Bronny James? 77.8% says no. He does not regret.
Not at all.
Of course not. Of course. Oh yeah. Next, we all say congratulations to ODU men. They beat Appalachian State 78-77. So the question goes: is ODU men a contender in the Sun Belt, or the Sun Belt Conference just bad? So we had three choices. We had contender, just bad, or pretender. 83.3% says contender.
Oh, look at you, poor people.
We even had a person even on comment says that Donovan Raymond's emergence has changed his team's potential in immediate fashion with his paint presence.
Absolutely. Look, they should be a contender. Your highest ranked team is what?
100.
120?
Yes.
Come
on.
Yes. Get her done. Get her done.
All right, so our next, my Pacer poll question goes to Johnny D with the golden ticket. So he feel guilty for using his parents' handicap placard. We call it the golden ticket.
Yeah.
100% says no.
No. I love you people. I love our listening audience. Appreciate you. Go to the X at Drive Johnny D on Instagram at Morning Drive Johnny D. You could also chime in on the YouTube this morning at Cova Sports TV. Hour one in the books. Hey, straight ahead, 7 o'clock hour. Mike Jones, friend of the program with The Athletic. Interesting question. Have the Chiefs officially taken over as football's evil empire? We'll get into that conversation. Plus, you know what it is. The Scroll of Cowboy Hank. It's right around the corner, hour two of this fine radio program. We call it the Morning Drive. Suave, J-Lo, yours truly. Fox Sports 1310 AM, the Fox Sports 1310 app.
Here's a quick weather update from the News 3 First Warning Storm Team.
Good morning, I'm meteorologist Miles Henderson. Mostly sunny today with high temperatures in the low 50s. We'll see some clouds building in late in the day. Clouds continue to build tonight with lows in the low to mid 40s. For Friday, mostly cloudy skies, warming up to the upper 60s and on the windy side, 10 to 20 with gusts to 30. Scattered showers during the day with a bigger rain chance Friday night. For News 3, I'm meteorologist Miles Henderson. Have a great day.
It's time for...
Well, it's everybody's favorite time of year again. Time to prepare to make your annual donation to that infernal revenue service. And if you're like me, you need help. Help to keep that donation as small as possible. So get off your W-2 and call John Maynard at John's Tax Service. 455-6763.
I grew up here. I know this town. I know the people here. More important, they know me. As a banker at Town Bank, we become part of the communities we serve. The people who bank with us, our members, know us. When you bank with Town Bank, you'll know your banker. You'll know you can reach us, and you'll know we're here for you.
Get ready for a season of thrills and excitement. Virginia Beach United invites you to experience the adrenaline of USL League 2 Pro Soccer. Tickets are only $10 for adults, $7 for kids, and children 5 and under are free. It's the perfect family outing filled with fun and entertainment. Secure your seats now for a season of unforgettable soccer moments with Virginia Beach United. Don't miss out.
What is more? Is it more reps, more strength, more stamina? We say it's all of that, but it's greater than just what's in the mirror. It's about improving your mental and physical health. More is a feeling of achievement, fulfillment, confidence. It's looking better, feeling better, being better, and it's our mission to get you there. Because here, you are more. One Life Fitness.
Hi, this is Wayne Williams of Williams Deloach. I'm an experienced personal injury attorney, and I hope you don't need my services because I certainly don't like to see people injured on a daily basis. But in preparation for that unfortunate situation, your insurance coverage is very vital to your case. Give me a call today. I'd be happy to discuss your insurance situation for you and your family. That's the most protection you have, and you want to have that ahead of time.
Cova Painting. We don't just paint, we transform spaces. Visit covapainting.com or call 757-550-7357 and mention the Sportsplex for 10% off of projects over $1,000.
What's up at DQ? Oh, just the best deal ever. The $7 bacon cheeseburger meal deal. Bacon cheeseburger, fries, drink, and a sundae. No time to be modest. It's all full size for just $7. Right now at DQ. Happy tastes good.
And show your love for them at the Long Jewelers clearance sale.
If you're looking for diamonds, you belong at Long Jewelers.
You're listening to Fox Sports 1310, WGHAM Newport News, and WVSP-FM HD2 Yorktown. This is Fox Sports 1310. Buckle up. It's time for your morning drive time headlines with Suave on Fox Sports 1310.
Good morning. It is 7 a.m. and this is your Fox Sports Update. Old Dominion gets their revenge last night on App State. The Monarchs win 78-77. Sean Gordon had 25 points and 12 rebounds. Virginia beats Miami 82-71. Tay Murray was 4 for 6 from 3 and put up 20 and also had 7 assists. Virginia Tech won 76-66 over Florida State. Toby Lowell had 17 points and 13 rebounds. The Hokies are set to travel to Charlottesville Saturday for a 4 p.m. tip-off to play the Cavaliers. In Steph Curry's return, the Thunder lost to the Warriors 116-109. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander had 52 points. Shai said after the game he was not fulfilled at all and was visibly upset. The Norfolk Admirals beat the Adirondack Thunder 6-2 in Glen Falls, New York last night as well. It's the Morning Drive with Johnny D, powered by Cova Sports TV on Fox Sports 1310 AM, 100.9 FM, and always streaming live on YouTube at Cova Sports TV and live on the Fox Sports 1310 app. With Suave, myself, and Johnny D, let's get right to it.
Broadcasting live from the OVM with Annie Mac Home Mortgage Studios. It's the Morning Drive with Johnny D, powered by Cova Sports TV on Fox Sports 1310.
Hey, Hampton Roads, hour number 2 on this Thursday. Great to be with you. Johnny D. Suave J-Lo, Fox Sports 1310 AM, the Fox Sports 1310 app. The X is up and running at Drive Johnny D. The polls are open this morning. A Pacer payroll poll question. Make sure you vote. Also, the YouTube up and running. Love to get your comments at Cova Sports TV on YouTube. Just hit that subscribe button. Comment on the radio program. Coming up in about 15 or 20 minutes, what's your take on a Thursday? Random thoughts from yours truly. We'll get into that. Also, 7:45 this morning, what's trending on social media, see what people are talking about. 8 o'clock hour, man, we are wide open. Ryan Fowler from the NFL Draft Network will join us live from Mobile, Alabama, as they're getting ready for the NFL Draft down there. And 8:45, I'm excited. Award-winning author, sports writer, voice of DC Sports, John Feinstein, will be on the program. I walked into the folks' house last night, and I posted this on the X, but my pops is actually reading one of Feinstein's books as we speak, the Legends Club. If you don't know what that is, it's talking about Dean Smith, Jim Valvano, Mike Krzyzewski. So if you don't know who John Feinstein is, like J-Lo, do a little bit of research. Go out and get one of his great books, Civil War, Army, Navy. Fantastic. It's a fantastic read. Go educate yourself. Season on the Brink. If you're an old school hoop guy like me with Bobby Knight, fantastic stuff. So Johnny is coming on the program at 8:45 this morning. Do we have Hank on the line?
You know he.
All right. Before I get to Hank, one thing I do want to get into this story about Mike Jones had put up on The Athletic, and he posed a question, and we'll put it up on the poll this morning there, Suave, if you don't mind, talking about the Kansas City Chiefs. And I thought it was great. He said, have the Kansas City Chiefs, I want to find the article here very quickly, have become, here it is, the Chiefs have officially taken over as football's evil empire. They replaced the New England Patriots, who under the direction of Bill Belichick and Tom Brady dominated the NFL for a better part of 2 decades, when the Pats won 6 Super Bowls while appearing in 9 from 2002 to 2019. But now the Chiefs, one season after losing to those same Pats in 2018, Mahomes and the Chiefs have won their first Super Bowl. 3 years later, they won another, then another, the first back-to-back since New England in 04 and 05. And now they're back in the Super Bowl again, going for an unprecedented three-peat. So the question needs to be asked, and we'll put it up on the poll this morning, and we'll dive into it a little bit more. Have the Chiefs officially taken over as football's evil empire? So I want to get your thoughts on the X at Drive Johnny D. And if you want to chime in, we'll put it up on the chat box, if you don't mind there, Suave. Throw it on the Cova Sports chat box, that same question. Love to get people's thoughts on that. David Foster chimed in, put a Jimmy Butler with a question mark. So I'm not sure what that means.
What about him?
Yeah, you got to expand on that. If we have time today, I don't think we have time today, but tomorrow, Suave's bestie, Jason Whitlock, I thought it was tremendous. He did a Mount Rushmore of players that have ruined the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
Spectacular stuff.
Can we take a jab at this?
Well, we'll do it. I don't want to do it right now because I got to get to the scroll.
Yeah, you got to scroll.
But I got it. It was
this
great.
Be good.
So I'm thinking maybe tomorrow on the program we'll dive into it a little bit more, because I was locked in and I was laughing my ass off when I saw this. But at 7:07. It is the most sought after, most requested, no doubt about it, segment in all of Sports Talk Radio. He is one of one for certain. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the scroll of Cowboy Fan Hank.
Let's get it.
3, 2, 1. Time to open the scroll.
Oh, you know the music. He is public enemy number one. For all of those who've got a rational thought, we love him. He's a friend of the program. It is time once again for the scroll of Hank. Good morning, Hank. How are you, friend?
I'm fantastic. Good morning, gentlemen.
By the way, I meant to ask you there, Hanker. Turn up the music a little bit. You're having a hard time this morning, J-Lo, with the music. It's okay. I mean, it's gonna be all right. You're a work in progress. You're under renovation. We totally understand. Hank, before you get into the scroll, let's be honest. We've been doing the scroll now, what, a couple of weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe? It's been.
It feels like it's been a little longer than that. But yeah, let's go
How
with that.
has your popularity just skyrocketed on social media and in public? Are people pulling you off the sidewalk in public saying, "Are you Cowboy fan Hank?" I love the scroll of Hank.
No, I live out here in Windsor, man. There's like 14 people here. And I don't think none of them listen to sports. So,
All right, great, Hank. Thank you very much. I appreciate you playing up to the segment. Thank you.
Well, when I come into town, sure. I've actually had a couple of people talk about y'all's radio station, but out here, like I said, I think there's 12 people and a couple of cows. That's about it. But yeah, man, I'm popular with the cats. They love me.
All right, let's move on.
Yeah,
let's get to
move
it.
on. Look here, man. I don't watch NASCAR, but there's a guy who said this one time, and he's probably right. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying, and that's what we can learn from the Chiefs and the Patriots. Now the Patriots did it, themselves, and the Chiefs have somehow curried favor with the referees. So that's the route I'm gonna take when you talk about that part of the question. But guys, I had a doctor's appointment this morning at 7:00, and so I get a phone call yesterday, and they were like, "Well, if you want to get in early, we're going to open the doors at 6:45." So I know I've got a commitment to you guys, so I went in early. Well, so did two other mid-70s-year-old fellas trying to beat me to the punch. So y'all know I raced them. Y'all know I raced them to the door.
And look, there's nothing wrong with that. I can honestly tell you there have been times where I've sat in my car, right, and know that a facility or location opens up at a certain time, and I will monitor the parking lot. And I want to see who is going to be my competition to be first to that door. And if I see somebody pull up, I'm giving them a side eye. I'm staring them up and down. I am looking over my competition and saying to myself, can I beat them? Can I get there first? Wow. So I feel you, Hank. I'm right with you this morning.
The great part about it is it's so, I guess because people feel like it's cold this morning, I'm walking around in a long-sleeve T-shirt, but they kind of sat in their car, enjoying their coffee and everything, and I'm sitting there the whole time going, yeah, I got this. I'm going to get to that door first. So we get in there, of course, and everybody's pre-registered, and I say, you're right. I'll get the side eye like you don't know, man, but yeah. I'm happy with myself at that point.
I'm right with you. I got to be honest. I do it every single time. Every single time. And I'm not afraid to throw a hip. Just throw a hip in, a little bump in, right? Is that what they also talk about in NASCAR? Yeah. Rubbing is racing. Well, rubbing is racing. So I got to do a little bit of rubbing.
The type of racing I like ain't rubbing. It's just who can get there first as fast as you can. So, yeah, I've been talking. Y'all keep bringing up tickets. Y'all need to fish out some NHRA tickets in Dinwiddie at the Virginia Motorsports Park for me. That's where you need to get some tickets from. I'm going to tell you what, since we're on a random thought, if you've never been to an NHRA drag race, bro, that'll be your favorite sport. I'm a Cowboys fan, and I'm telling you right now, I would go to the drag race in Richmond before I would go watch my Cowboys play in the Super Bowl. And that's post-Dak. They ain't got nothing to do with Dak. And this is any time that we ever go to a Super Bowl, I would rather go to the race in Richmond every year.
Hank, that has to be, we've been doing this radio show since September.
Yeah.
And I can honestly tell you that may be the most ridiculous statement that I have ever heard on this fine radio program.
Okay. Look, have you ever been? We ain't got nothing else to talk about right now because football is almost over. Have you ever been to a drag race?
What I'm going to tell you is this. Yes, I have. So if I'm telling you right now, I've got free tickets for a drag racing event or a Cowboys Super Bowl, you are honestly telling me you would rather go to the drag racing to the Cowboys Super
Bowl? 100%. See, y'all don't know me like you think you do. Yeah, I asked something else the other day. It's like, like throwing at the TV. Dude, I don't get that upset. Sports does not make me like, you know, a lot of guys will be upset and they'll be like, it'll ruin their day, you know, can't be around your woman and all. I ain't like that, man. Once the game is over, I'm done. Where are we going to eat dinner? You know, it don't affect me that way. So, yeah, I'd much rather. I've been to a race. You can actually talk to the drivers, the smell and just the noise. It's not NASCAR, bro. It is. NASCAR ain't got nothing on NHRA. I've been to one race in Richmond, and I was ready to go halfway before the race was over. I was ready to leave. You go to the drag race, buddy, and I'm telling you right now, you don't want to leave. It's awesome.
Suave, do me a favor. Put it up on the poll this morning. Do you agree with Cowboy fan Hank? You would rather go to a drag race event than a Super Bowl? Then your team in the Super Bowl.
I'm not talking about a drag race event. I'm talking about an NHR. I'm talking about
we'll talk about
320 miles.
We're talking about NHR. Make sure you put it up on the poll. The NHRA. I'm sorry, we're not talking about drag racing in Windsor at 1 a.m. I'm talking about an NHRA drag racing event versus your team being in the Super Bowl. Mr. Passionate Cowboy fan. Mr. I'm anti-Dak, but I love Jerry Jones.
I'm 52 or 53 on my Cowboys. I love 52 of my players. You know, and look, what's funny to me is I'm not a Jason. I never thought Jason Witten was that good. I think if you switch Greg Olsen with Jason Witten, Witten has Olsen's stats with Cam Newton, and Olsen has Witten's stats with the Cowboys. I just never was a big Jason Witten fan.
Hold on. I got to ask this question, hey, because you are residential Cowboys fan. When did you become a Cowboys fan? Yeah. And what made you become a Cowboys fan?
Great question.
Since I knew what a football was. I probably 1974. I actually watched the original Hail Mary, right? And I'm thinking to myself as an 8-year-old kid, he pushed off. That's offensive interference, but they didn't call it.
So you're that kid. You're that guy. Oh, yeah. You're that guy. I got you. You're that guy.
And I'm also Des caught it. Des caught that ball. We all know he caught it.
You're that guy. God, you're so annoying at a Super Bowl party. You're that guy.
Oh,
you're the guy watching Rudy for the first time that went, I don't know why you're getting excited. He was offsides.
Rudy is phony. Rudy is weak. Rudy never happened. Rudy. And Notre Dame won't let me on the field. I can tell you that right now, pal. Notre Dame ain't letting me on the field. I got more of a chance to be on the field with Bobby Boucher than I do Notre Dame.
Hank is Rudy. We've established Hank is Rudy. Hank is the guy that you regret inviting to your Super Bowl party.
Stop saying that, man. You give me a bad rap. I'm great at parties.
You give yourself a bad rap.
I'm great at parties. People love me at their parties.
Is that on your business card? Hi, I'm Hank. I'm great at parties.
Yeah, I'll make sure on my business card says I'll make sure nothing leaks.
Here's what I know. I know anybody who introduces themselves to me and wants to put in there. By the way, I'm great at parties. Is not great at parties.
You're not coming.
Well, I don't usually go to parties because I'm kind of an introvert. So I'm kind of quiet at parties until I get to know somebody. But if I know you, I'm going to have me a good old time. And I don't drink alcohol, so you ain't got to worry about that. Usually what ends up happening with me is I drive a lot of people home.
Wow, there's so many directions we could go. I got to let you go, Hank. Before I let you go, the Pacer payroll poll questions this morning there, Suave, please.
All right, hey, do you believe LeBron James regret pushing the Lakers to draft Bronny?
Nepotism is a part of life, bro. Get used to it. Everybody drags their kids with them because, quite honestly, the kids aren't earning it in any platform. Most of them. Look, there's never been a time in history where more 35-year-olds are still living at home with mommy and daddy. So, nah, I don't think he regrets it at all. I wouldn't. I would set my business up as much as I can for my kids. So, nah, I don't think he regrets it at all.
And this I don't even know I should ask you this question because I never know your answer. So, ODU men won the basketball. Are they contenders or is the Sun Belt just trash?
Well, they are contenders because the Sun Belt is trash. I think ODU can actually win the Sun Belt tournament, which is all. I mean, you could go 0 in however many games they play. If you win the Sun Belt tournament, you get to go dancing. So they could win it or they could lose first round and get blown out. Like, how crazy is it to turn around in less than 2 weeks, get blown out at home by App State, and then go on the road and beat them. That is, to me, that's like, how come you didn't do that the first time? You know, well, what happened? Well, were you guys just like not feeling like playing ball? How can you be a college basketball player and not be ready to play when you play twice a week? That don't make no sense to me.
I understand. And then lastly, Johnny D got the golden ticket with his parents' handicap placard. So should he feel guilty about that?
Are you allowed to print them? Can you copy one of those?
You're not allowed to copy.
Shame on you. What are we doing?
Shame on you then, because you did it.
I didn't copy it. I used the original. I used the original. Not copying
my parents got one, but my dad's real finicky about stuff like that. They're like, "That's all you came over here for?" I'm like, "No, not really, but if you could."
Yep.
So, yeah, man. Yeah,
right.
Use that placard, Johnny D. Get in as much as you can, buddy.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, the most popular man in Windsor. Not saying much when there's only 14 of them. Hank. Talk to you tomorrow, Hank.
Peace.
There it is. The scroll of Cowboy fan Hank. By the way, anybody in our advertising community, if you want to sponsor the scroll of Hank, feel free to contact us at the radio
We'll get that
station.
racing place to do it.
Oh, my God. Are you kidding me? The YouTube stream this morning while Hank was on the air. Let's see. What do we got going on here? Lynn Taylor says, hey, to the Deflategate type of stuff. Heinrich talking about loves NASCAR, tractor pull or Super Bowl. I'm not even answering that question. On the Warpath, talking about Hank this morning. I call bull crap. Dak Prescott affects him that way. That's what he says this morning.
Yeah.
And Linda's chimed in. Hank, I understand. I wouldn't want to watch the boys play either. Yeah, we're talking about your team, or we're talking about the Super Bowl. Hank would go to the race to avoid watching the Cowboys. Valid. And Chairman Andrew Gibbs chimes in. Chairman role or Charmin role of Hank, he calls it. Should not be. Is it double ply? That would be the question. Would Hank be a single ply or double ply roll of Charmin there, Suave? What do you think it would be?
I say double.
Double. 721. This segment of The Drive is brought to you by the fine folks of
MillersHomeComfort.com.
That's right, locally owned since 1978, 40 years of serving the comfort needs of Hampton Roads. Heating, cooling, plumbing, electrical. One place to go is
MillersHomeComfort.com.
And when you go to the website, give them a call. Ask them about their 44424 maintenance guarantee going on right now. Talking about Millers. All right, 721. On the other side are the Chiefs officially. The evil empire of the NFL. We'll discuss it also. What's your take on a Thursday? Oof, random thoughts by yours truly. That's straight ahead. It's a Thursday edition. Yours truly, Johnny D. Suave J-Lo. Fox Sports 1310 AM, the Fox Sports 1310 app.
Fox Sports 1310 traffic.
Traffic is congested on Interstate 64 westbound between Norview Avenue and Little Creek Road due to an accident blocking 3 left lanes. And there are also slowdowns on Interstate 64 eastbound between County Street and the HRBT. Finally, a reminder that there is a lift for the high-rise bridge scheduled later at 9 a.m. today. Otherwise, your morning commute is going smoothly. I'm Peter Cook on Fox Sports 1310.
The Crohn's and Colitis Foundation has been at the forefront of inflammatory bowel disease research and care for over 50 years. Learn more about research, education, and support at Crohn'sColitisFoundation.org.
Breaking news, and this one is almost unbelievable.
Yeah, it's all about new customers at Bet365 because they get $150 in bonus bets when they bet $5, win or lose. And even better, bonus bets can be used on the spread, totals, and player props.
There you have it. Bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets, win or lose. And see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Virginia. Gambling problem? Call 1-800.
Pain and Gain, your one-stop shop for all things field hockey. Located in Princess One Shopping Center, Virginia Beach, we carry everything you need on the turf, from black sticks, turf shoes, mouth guards, and much more. Try out your stick before you buy in our synthetic turf area. Pain and Gain. Embrace the pain, enjoy the game.
Hampton Roads has a long-running high school and college sports tradition. It's time to give them the spotlight they deserve. This is 757 Sports Talk.
Usually it's Hatfield. That's why I try to tell everybody, get on Hatfield. He is the legal scribe, the talking head that knows all this, puts the whammies on. We do things different on this podcast. That's why we're rated number 3 in the state.
You got Play-Doh? Get out of here!
We got people all over the globe watching with us. Sitting in a phone booth with you would be very...
well, no, we got to have your own phone booth. I'm not sitting in a phone booth with you.
It is 757 Saturday Sports Talk here on Cova Sports TV. Like, share, and subscribe.
Cova Painting. We don't just paint, we transform spaces. Visit covapainting.com or call 757-550-7357 and mention the Sportsplex for 10% off of projects over $1,000.
Get the latest from Main Street and Wall Street from Bloomberg and The Ramsey Show. That's Money Talk on 97.3 HD2. It's the Morning Drive with Johnny D.
It's the Morning Drive with me, Johnny D.
He's live and he's local. The Morning Drive with Johnny D. Weekdays 6 to 9 on Fox Sports 1310 AM and 100.9 FM. The new home for the Hampton Roads sports fan. It's the Morning Drive with Johnny D, along with Suave and J-Lo, on Fox Sports 1310 and live on Cova Sports TV.
Hey, welcome back, 726. Happy Thursday, Hampton Roads. Morning Drive, Johnny D, Suave, J-Lo, Fox Sports 1310 AM, the Fox Sports 1310 app. A reminder, the Pacer payroll poll questions are up and rolling, so you can vote on the X at Drive Johnny D. You could also chime in on our YouTube page this morning at Cova Sports TV. We are talking about the Athletic. Friend of the program, Mike Jones, did a great article talking about the Kansas City Chiefs and have they officially taken over as football's evil empire, talking about replacing the New England Patriots. Why? Because they win. That's why, right? Because anytime you win, you're going to be public enemy number one. You're going to be that evil empire. And it's not about spending money because in the NFL, we know everybody's got a salary cap. Although the Chiefs figure out some way, somehow, how do I get a DeAndre Hopkins?
Yeah.
You know, on the cheap, on the pennies, as Mr. Hopkins would say in his prime, to help them on a Super Bowl run. In fact, Suave, I saw a nugget. I want to say they had 4 or 5 guys that made major contributions to the team this year that were not on the training camp roster. Like, they picked them up, they added them during the season. You're talking about Kareem Hunt.
Yeah.
We're talking about DeAndre Hopkins. There was a couple more. That's a sign of a really good general manager and scouting department when you're getting that done. But do you agree or disagree? We'll go around the room very quick there. J-Lo. Do you agree with Mike Jones of The Athletic that the Kansas City Chiefs have officially taken over as football's evil empire?
No question. There's no question about it. And it's not just the winning, it's Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is the new Tom Brady. Nobody can beat him in the playoffs. And, I mean, we're talking about they're potentially going for a 3-peat right now. And he's still young. He's still, what do we say, like 29 years old? He's still got so much time left in his career. That is absolutely the evil empire. Everybody wants to take down the Chiefs. Nobody wants to see them win anymore. absolutely, he couldn't be more accurate.
All right, Suave.
I mean, honestly, to basically reiterate what J-Lo said, it's the truth. Nobody can stand the Chiefs. Yeah, I understand winning, but sometimes there's teams that win a lot that you still want to see. You still root for. I remember back in the day, the Lakers, they were dominant, but you still wanted to see Kobe. You want to see Shaq dunk on people. So you wanted to see that stuff. But when it comes to the Chiefs, it's the way they win. And it's controversy right now on the refs, and it just seems like no matter what they do, they just win. And the fact that no matter what happens, the penalty says to go for them. So it's just all about the way they're winning. Mm-hmm. It's all about how they go about it. It's just all about what surrounds them right now, why they're the evil empire.
Well, look, you also got to get characters. You got to have personalities. Belichick was that surly, didn't say much at a press conference, right? Head coach with a hoodie with the sleeves cut off. Tom Brady was that arrogant, perfect quarterback, right? The perfect height. The TB12 brand. Mm-hmm. Mahomes, a little bit unassuming, but now is Houdini-like, as Mike Jones points out. He says, with a knack of making Houdini-esque escapes under pressure and delivering throws to any spot on the field. Meanwhile, sidekick Travis Kelce was the fun-loving freelancer, drawing as much praise for his colorful personality as did his confounding route running and clutch catches. But one point he brings up, and I did not think about this until I read the article. The other thing that the Chiefs and the Patriots have in common, people think they're cheating. Yeah. If you remember, the Patriots went through Deflategate.
There's a lot.
Went through the spying, everything else. Now what are people talking about with the Chiefs? You're talking about the officials. Mahomes always getting the benefit of the doubt with the spots and everything else. So I thought it was an interesting conversation. But if you got a chance, check it out, and we'll put it up on the poll this morning. We do have a couple of people who have chimed in, and then I want to get to what's your take on a Thursday. But a great article on The Athletic. So, in fact, I think I've reposted it on our X account if you do want to reach it. Also, Mahomes' jersey became the NFL's leading seller, and his team took on a new crop of bandwagon fans. Oh, absolutely.
Oh, of course.
Everybody loves the winner.
Yeah.
Nobody's jumping on the Bills bandwagon right now. No doubt, right? Nobody's jumping on that Bills bandwagon right now. Everybody wants to jump on that Philadelphia bandwagon, and they want to jump on that Kansas City bandwagon. The YouTube stream this morning, we appreciate everybody chiming in. Hank says, hey, no tractor pull for me. And, hey, the boys won in Washington with our backup. Okay, we're not talking about the Cowboys and Commanders again. You got to let it go. What are we doing here? And he says, y'all became more petty because I made it popular. And don't skimp on the toilet paper. You'll regret it. I do agree with him on that. And I don't want to get off track, but I have told my wife there are certain things in the household, Suave, that you don't skimp on.
No.
You do not go store brand. I believe toilet paper is right at the top of the list.
Absolutely.
Right. Let's see here. Mikey Vick, you always have your toothbrush just in case. Not sure what that means.
No, look at this comment from Linda Taylor.
Wait a minute, Suave J-Lo. Where the hell is Jennifer Lopez?
This is a conversation we had a long time ago.
Talking about J-Lo?
Talking about my name.
His name.
Oh, yeah. Where the hell is Jennifer Lopez? Pines chimes in. She's in jail. Real J-Lo is here. I don't think she's in jail. Oh my Lord. I'm telling you what. And Lynn Taylor, bro, the Chiefs are cheating source. Trust me, bro. I'm a Bills fan. I feel you.
Oh, yeah.
Trust me, I did feel you this morning. I'm right with you. As of today, I'm still part of Bills Mafia, but I told you, if I don't see changes, I want to see what the offseason looks like, then I'm going to become a free agent fan. I made that comment. Also got a text rolling in. The Tell 'em Kelm Talk text line is open this morning, 757-497-1310. That's 757-497-1310. When Patrick Mahomes starts deflating his you-know-what, then the Chiefs will become an evil empire. So there you go. You guys can fill in the blanks, right? With Patrick Mahomes. J-Lo, let me go a little bit slower so you can follow along. When Patrick Mahomes starts deflating his you-know-what, then the Chiefs will become an evil empire. just in case you were not able to follow along this morning. All right, 7:33. It's that time, Suave. We get to yours truly. He's got some random thoughts. We call it What's Your Take on a Thursday. And also, I want to throw it out there. If anyone would like to add to the list out of What's Your Take on, just random thoughts that come up about life, talking about toilet paper, right?
Yes.
What are those items you should not skimp on? Feel free to hit us up at the show. Let me know. We'll read them on the air.
Absolutely.
You could do it on the YouTube stream at Cova Sports TV. Or you could do it on the Tell 'em Kelce talk and text line at 757-497-1310. The morning turncoat with Johnny D is what the Warpath said. I'm not a turncoat. We talked about this. I have been a Buffalo fan my entire life, bro. My entire life. I have lived and died with this organization. I've been there for OJ. I've been there for Joe Cribbs and Ferguson. Bad times.
Yeah.
Then we had some good times with Jim Kelly and Thurman Thomas and Cornelius Bennett, Darryl Talley, and Steve Tasker.
Yes.
Those boys. Do you know what it's like to go through not one, not two, not three, but 4 Super Bowl losses? To then go down, to come back up, to be on the doorstep of it. I got to see change, man. Can't have Groundhog Day. Can't continue doing the same thing over and over again. You know what they call that, Suave, right?
Mm-hmm. Insanity.
Right? It's sanity, man, when you do the same thing over and over again.
Expecting different results.
And expect a different result.
Even though y'all should have beat the Giants that year if you would have not missed that kick. Other ones.
Okay, too soon. Too soon.
But
Too
as
soon.
a Bills fan, other than that Super Bowl.
Why are we doing this?
I just want to know this.
Why are we doing this?
Other than that Super Bowl, could you see any other one where y'all should have won, though?
Look, you're always a little bit optimistic. The second one, maybe, and then by the third one, we're like, why am I here?
That's why.
And then I told you, we beat Kansas City to go to the fourth one, got blown out again. Why am I here? What are we doing? What are we doing? Come on. Yes, Warpath, I know. Scott Norwood. FTL, I got it. Mm-hmm. Yep. And then don't be like, okay. I'm not going to be like OJ and murder the fandom. We're not going to do that. That's allegedly.
There we go.
That's allegedly.
Nope.
I'm just repeating what Warpath has said on the YouTube stream this morning. Okay. J-Lo is telling me we got a phone.
Yes.
We got
do.
Phoenix on the line this morning. All right.
Opto from Phoenix.
All right. Well, hold on a second. This is Opto from Phoenix.
Yes.
That's his name is Opto.
Yes.
And he's calling in from Phoenix, Arizona.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, what are we waiting for? Put him on the line. Good morning, Opto. How are you, man?
Hey, how you doing, Johnny D?
Not bad. Not bad at all. What's on your mind on a Thursday morning?
Well, I can't get my mind off the AFC game because I'm actually a Bills fan. So I wanted to hear your thoughts on whether or not they should put a chip in the ball. You know, like what would that look like? Like, would it be possible?
What would that look like? Opto, I appreciate the phone call, man. Talking about the chip on the ball or chip in the ball, talking about the first time. Suave, we mentioned this earlier in the week. I can't even remember anymore. Might have been earlier this week. I don't understand the NFL with all the technology. Hell, you're getting $8 million per commercial spot with a Super Bowl. You're telling me you can't spend $17.99 for Best Buy to go get a GPS tracker and throw that thing in a piece of leather. That's what I brought up.
No, you know why they want to do that? Because that means you would have to hold referees accountable. And referees don't like to be held accountable because they got so much on their plate and they try to do their best. No, hold them accountable for it and see what will happen.
Opto, appreciate the phone call this morning by the Tell 'em Kelce talk and text line at 757-497-1310. All right, what's your take on a Thursday? I got a couple of minutes here, boys. Let's get into it. First topic, and I brought this up to you guys yesterday off the air. Ketchup on cheesesteaks. Obviously, a lot of conversation with Philadelphia in the Super Bowl, right? Got a lot of conversation with Philadelphia in the Super Bowl. The question is it acceptable? And I'll start with you, J-Lo, because you're a Philadelphia guy, which I also got a bone to pick with you.
All right, I think I know what this is about.
You know what it's about.
Yeah.
We'll bring it up here in a little bit. Is it acceptable to put ketchup on a cheesesteak?
I don't think it's. I think it's fine. I think it's fine to dip. To be honest, just a couple of dips. Not. I heard you were talking about all over the cheese stick because I
just putting it all over the cheese stick.
Yeah, no,
like you got your mayo, you'll boom, I'll put all ketchup.
No, I have a parent and a couple grandparents that like to put ketchup on the cheese stick. Not like that though, but they'll put some on the cheese stick. Yeah.
I think there are certain things where it's acceptable to put ketchup on. I do not believe cheesesteak should be one of them. I think you are ruining a Picasso when you start putting ketchup on a cheesesteak, Suave. That's just me. All right, number 2. Shot clock, high school hoops.
Oh.
Yes or no, Suave? High school hoops, Hampton Roads. Should there be a shot clock? There is no shot clock. There's shot clock in college in the state of Virginia. There's a shot clock in college, but not in high school. Should there be a shot clock, high school basketball hoops?
So you're telling me that these high school hoops could literally run around with the ball?
They could do old school Dean Smith 4 corners if they wanted.
21 delay.
Oh, no. If you don't put a shot clock up there, have people doing this passing the ball, passing the ball. You be looking like, okay, that's about a minute of them passing.
But that's the type of basketball that J-Lo loves to watch, man. It's defensive-minded. We got backdoor Princeton cuts.
It's a very controversial topic. I've talked to so many different coaches about this, and so many different coaches are conflicted. A lot of the coaches say, yes, they need it. Because of that, they don't want – see, like, for example, if you're down by 10 with 5 minutes to go, teams will just start passing it around for the rest of the game, and you're not going to get a chance to come back. So I think they could use it, but I could also see them doing it without it, too. I think they could do with or without.
Man, that's nasty work right there. That's just disgusting right there. If you don't put a shot clock in something like that, I'll be the one to run on the court, steal the ball from you, and say, shoot the ball, man.
Yeah.
All day dribbling the ball. Come on.
I can guarantee you one thing, that any coach, any team that I coach would never get close to that shot clock expiring. Like, that ball is going up within 10 seconds.
FC basketball.
You can put 25 on the shot clock. It don't matter. It's going up within 10 seconds. All right. I've got a neighbor. Christmas lights are still up.
Oh, no.
And then I asked him, why? Late January, time to bring it down. No, I'm an Eagles fan. I'm a little bit superstitious right now. We're on a heater. We're making a Super Bowl run. I will not take down my lights until after the Super Bowl. Suave, your thoughts? What? If you had your lights up and the Commanders are on this run, are you not taking the lights down until the Commanders lose?
I'm taking my lights down, man. Come on, now. It's Christmas, man. Stop. Like I do have a superstition.
Uh-huh.
My superstition is I have to watch Washington football with a football in my hand. If I don't have a football in here, I feel like, I ain't got the power right there to give it to them.
Mm-hmm.
But the lights, bro, take them things down anyway. No, you know what? Leave them on. Because when y'all lose the Super Bowl, leave them on all the way to the next season then. So you won't be so superstitious.
Door, Johnny.
Oh, yes, yep. The pettiness has gotten to an all-time high out of Suave. Good work. Suave used to not be petty until this radio show. Have you noticed that we're rubbing off on him?
As we go more and more.
As he gets older, the pettiness increases.
Yeah.
The final one, and this is one that I'll tell you, I think a lot of people could relate to. So you're on I don't know about you, J-Lo, because you haven't really dealt with this, but Suave can.
Mm-hmm.
You're on a conference call, employees that you work with.
Mm-hmm.
Might be a training. It's lasted about 3-4 hours, right? Comes down to the final minute. The instructor tells you, hey, we're going to end early today. Yet you got that one guy who feels the need to ask a question that is going to hold up everybody from leaving a training session early. Your thoughts?
If I catch you, it's over. That's my thoughts right there. If we were even early, you were like, I got something to say.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to all look at you, and we're going to come see you.
Give you the
side eye. We're going to come see you.
I was on a training call the other day. I kid you not. It had been 5 days, final day, 5th day, 4 hours a day. 3 hours in, instructor's like, look, that's all I got for today. I'm going to let you go. Go do this. Best of luck. Does anybody have any questions before we go? Look, this dude out of the blue. Well, I do have a question about. Stop! You need to ask this offline.
Exactly.
There are 82 people on this call. 81 of them are ready to bolt. It's been a long week. You got a question that you did not bring up in the last 4 days. Take it offline.
Ooh.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Don't hold me up. because you were not smart enough to bring it up during the 4 days. Drives me up a wall. One of my pet peeves. So there you go. What's your take on a Thursday edition? A reminder, we are broadcasting live for the OVM Financial Studios here at Virginia Beach. We are represented by the personal injury law firm of Williams Deloche. Do you know what to do after a serious injury? More important, what to avoid. If you are injured in an accident or suffer any type of personal injury, my first call and your first call should be to Williams Deloche, 757-547-5555. That's 757-547-5555. Visit them online at wd-law.com. And J-Lo, your opportunity, go to their Facebook page right now for your chance to win a Valentine's Day prize pack. That's right. Take care of that. Say it, Suave.
For that special lady.
That's special. That was creepy.
That was like the Duval.
No.
Yes, it was. Johnny, was it not?
How about you sing to her then? How about that?
Sing it to her. Your chance to win a Valentine's Day prize pack. Go to their Facebook page at WD-Law. Check it out today. All right, 7:44 straight ahead. What is trending on social media? What are people talking about? It is the Morning Drive.
Fox Sports 1310 traffic.
Traffic is stop and go on Interstate 64 westbound between Norview Avenue and Little Creek Road, and further on Interstate 64 westbound, expect slight delays between 4th View Street and the HRBT. There are also slight delays on Interstate 64 eastbound between Tyler Street and the HRBT. And lastly, traffic is backed up on Interstate 664 northbound from College Drive to Terminal Avenue. I'm Peter Cook on Fox Sports 1310.
A girl in Kenya dreams of becoming a doctor. An elder in Guatemala dreams of being part of a community. Reach out and change their world.
What makes a life a good one? Is it our adventures? Or the friends we find along the way? Is it the challenges we conquer together? Maybe it's the people's lives we touch every single day. So, what makes a life a good one? You'll have to figure that one out for yourself.
For any athlete, making it to the top sometimes comes with a few steps back. That's why parents count on CHKD Sports Medicine, advanced diagnostics, treatment, and rehabilitation for sports injuries, just for young athletes like yours. With convenient locations across Hampton Roads and a whole team of experts here to keep your favorite player at the top of their game. CHKD Sports Medicine. Learn more at chkd.org or call the CHKD Sports Injury Hotline.
Well, it's everybody's favorite time of year again. Time to prepare to make your annual donation to that infernal revenue service. And if you're like me, you need help. Help to keep that donation as small as possible. You need John Maynard. PFP, LUTCF, EA, all those initials behind his name mean he's qualified to work on your taxes. He's an ATA, accredited tax advisor. He's an ATP, accredited tax preparer. He's a fellow at NTPI, the National Tax Practice Institute. And if all that weren't enough, he's also been voted the best of Norfolk and the best of Virginia Beach awards. John Maynard has been professionally trained in tax preparation and representation. He brings to the table over 30 years' experience in federal and state returns. He delivers personalized, one-on-one service, and he's a certified electronic filer. The IRS likes electronic filers. So get off your W-2 and call John Maynard at John's Tax Service, 455-6763.
Did you know that the minimum limits in Virginia are $30,000? $30,000 is a lot of money on an individual basis, but if you're involved in a personal injury matter, that's not enough. Here at Williams Deloche, we're happy to provide a consultation on the amount of coverage you have in your vehicle. It can be confusing. Not many people understand it. You know you need to have it, but do you have enough? Give us a call today at 757-547-5555 so we can help you prepare in the case of an automobile accident or any other personal injury matter that you or your family may find yourself in.
I grew up here. I know this town. I know the people here. More important, they know me. As a banker at Town Bank, we become part of the communities we serve. The people who bank with us, our members, know us. When you bank with Town Bank, you'll know your banker. You'll know you can reach us, and you'll know we're here for you.
Live and he's local. It's the Morning Drive with Johnny D on Fox Sports 1310.
Yes, sir. We are back, 7:49. Happy Thursday, Hampton Roads. Tell Kel Talk and Text line is open at 757-497-1310. You got a question, you got a comment, something you would like to add to this fine radio program. I'd love to hear from you. The YouTube stream is up and rolling this morning at Cova Sports TV. The Warpath says Johnny Mark D'Antoni. That is correct, man. Old school. Got to go old school. Loyola Marymount, as Hank has mentioned. Also, Hank is taking credit for bringing out the pettiness in Suave this morning. So good work out of him.
That's cute.
Gotcha. And Lind, just so you know, we come on the air 6 a.m. every morning right here on Fox Sports 1310 AM, 100.9 FM. You can download the app at Fox Sports 1310 and Cova Sports TV each and every morning at 6 a.m. So keep them comments coming on the YouTube stream. We'll read them on the air. We love the listener and caller engagement on the program. Very quick before what's trending with old Suave, I do have some more text messages that I want to get to, J-Lo. Did you follow what I was talking about earlier, J-Lo, on the text? Does that make sense?
What about it?
What the texter had texted it about Patty Mahomes? And
the Patrick Mahomes to deflate your
deflating the you know what?
Yeah.
No, still don't know? Still don't know what I'm talking about.
Oh,
huh?
yes, that.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. Just got to make sure.
No, I didn't know what you were talking about for a second. No, yes.
No, that's okay. I know you're multitasking back there. That's what you do. And I appreciate you. I was told yesterday that I don't appreciate J-Lo enough on this radio program. There's a reason for that. But for our listening audience.
Wait.
What?
Did you really just take a shot already?
No, I did not.
You ain't slick.
I tried to slide it in there. So he had no idea.
I see you.
He had no idea.
Yeah.
But we do appreciate J-Lo. But there are times where J-Lo does drive us up a wall. That's all I'm saying.
Text message, please.
All right. Tell him Kelvin. Talking text line 757-497-1310. The 757 chimes in. Hank is a joy, but a liar. Super Bowl all day if it's free. I agree.
I agree.
I would take the tickets and sell them.
Ditto.
I agree. That's even better. Take your Super Bowl tickets, sell them, and then you can enjoy a little NHRA.
Yeah.
While you made a little bit of money off the Super Bowl. See, J-Lo, you are smart. That's your cheapness coming through. That's what that is. The 757. Who we put in the Porta Potty this morning?
It's coming.
Oh, it's coming.
It's coming up at 8:05. We got some nominees this morning for the Porta Potty. Full transparency. Paulie texted me off the air. He goes, "Bro, are you talking about my Porta Potty?" That's right, Paulie. You are a star on this radio program.
Your Porta Potty.
The 757. Life is all about getting an edge. I would never give back the handicap pass. In fact, they left it in my car. So it is at the house as we speak. The question is, Suave, do I put it back in the car or just ride around all day utilizing it?
Ride around all day utilizing it.
Not going to do that.
I'm sorry.
There's a lot of creepy things I do in life. I will not pose as a handicapped person. like the old Seinfeld where George Costanza has got the electric wheelchair.
Yes.
I know what you're talking about.
And then can't go up the steps, so they installed the track machine to get him up the steps. I can't do it. Or the handicap bathroom. No, I can't. Got access to the handicap bathroom.
Gonna lie, them handicap bathrooms be nice, though.
Then all of a sudden, those dudes in the wheelchair are chasing him down the street. He's got that thing up over his head. I can't do that. Not going to do that. And the 434 has chimed in, J-Lo.
Has he now?
Oh,
yes,
Lord.
I agree with Hank. I would watch the neighbor's go-kart before going to a UVA basketball game.
Yeah,
Maybe
I
not
gotta
the
tell
same
you,
thing.
There is something to be said about watching your neighbor's go-kart. Wouldn't that be funny?
Oh,
Everybody on the block with go-karts go around the block.
I notice you're deflecting right now from the 252nd ranked UVA basketball team.
What is there to talk about?
All right, 7:53. It is time. What's trending, Suave, on social media? Let us know what's going on.
Gotcha. Let's get to it.
If it made it in headlines, it made it here. Here's what's trending in sports with Suave.
It is your boy Don Suave with another What's Trending, but this time we're talking about sports. And hey, can I keep the petty going? Can I keep the petty going? You're going to see exactly why. Now, we know that the Eagles basically just mollywopped the Commanders 55-23. I'm not ashamed to say it. It happened. But this is one reason why I want the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl. So I don't know if there's another video has came out about the Eagles fans. And a Washington Commanders fan was leaving. But once again, you Philly fans just had to just continue to do what Philly does. So please roll the new footage that just came out yesterday, J-Lo.
Please do. This poor dude. Just it's like a sea of green, and there's one poor white dude in a Jaden Daniels jersey. What are we doing?
And you see what we were doing here, walking back. So for the people who listening on the radio, that video was basically a purchase of the Jaden Daniels jersey. He's walking pretty much to his car. He's walking home. What happened? Eagles fan takes off his hat. Then we have fans with a video with a phone in his face, and people behind him doing a whooping dance while he's walking around. Once again, this is why we want the Eagles to lose. I'm sorry, Saquon. I truly did like you as a player, but you just got to catch the straight right now. Eagles fans, they need to lose so that the Chiefs fan, when they walk into their cars, can go behind them and start doing whipping and putting a 3 in their face to let them know we three-peated. That would be the most beautiful thing that happened to Philadelphia Eagles fans. Yeah, I said it. We're going to be petty, lose, and what happened? Y'all was sitting on the couch right beside us watching the Chiefs celebrate their three-peat. Next one, how to get that pettiness out the way. If anybody watched the pregame show today, I talked about Adam Silver, and he has an interesting thing he wants to think about doing in the NBA, and it comes with the time. Let's hear exactly what Adam Silver little proposal he had for the new NBA games coming up, possibly. Play that footage for me.
And I'm probably in a minority. As we get more involved in global basketball, the NBA is the only league that plays 48 minutes. And I am a fan of 4 10-minute quarters. I'm not sure that many others are. I mean, putting aside what it means for records and things like that, you know, I think that a 2-hour format for a game is more consistent with sort of modern television habits. I don't think people in arenas aren't asking us to shorten the game, but I think as a television program, being 2 hours, that's Olympic basketball, is 2 hours. You know, college basketball, of course, is
yeah. But
is
if you like it, I'd say it has kind of a little bit of a push there.
Yeah, but it's such a dramatic change to the game. I mean, I think something like that would have to be talked more about.
No, stop it.
So what he's talking about simply is, hey, look, I want to reduce the quarters from 12 to 10. Have it align with college and align with the international game. This is what our television executives are talking about, right? What I don't understand is this is your concern, but load management is not. So you're literally reducing the amount of time they're playing, yet you can't get a star to sign up for the slam dunk contest.
Thank you. And that's why when I seen that footage, Johnny D, I got so mad. And I'm to the point like, you know what, Adam Silver? I'm going to keep it PC. Grow some. Stop acting like David Stern. I know, Adam Silver, you trying to be Mr. Nice and trying to do all this. No. Be like David Stern. You need to have a firmness with these NBA players. You deal with load management, so you don't know if your favorite superstar is going to be playing. You deal with people that want to be a part of All-Star, even though it used to be one of the best things.
Or maybe they will be playing, Suave. Maybe that's one thing. If you shorten the games, maybe they'll play a little bit more. I don't know.
It would sound good, honestly, if Anthony Edwards, who's one of the star players, would come out and say, yeah, if you shorten our play. But he literally came out and said, Why should we play hard? Why should we even try? It's taking time out of our day. It's almost like a slap to the face of fans who wanted to see their favorite stars go against each other. This is the problem. There's no more love for the basketball. There's not money, endorsements, brand for yourself. That's what we see in the NBA. Days of Barkley, days of Jordan, days where guys will say, I'm going to guard you and you're going to guard me. We're going to do this for the fans, but we're going to do this for pride. There's no more pride in the NBA. It's all about money and brands. And you wonder why your viewership is down. Because none of y'all like to even play hard. Y'all want to jack up threes. You can't play defense. You can't touch somebody. If you even think about touching somebody, you get a technical. This is why the viewership is down. Why look at the NBA now? Why? You get more entertainment on college. You get more entertainment on street ball. Why look at the NBA? You get more entertainment on Big Three. The NBA is like this. So Adam Silver, you need to say, no, we need to do some changing. And what's changing right now is to help the viewership. Ask the fans why they not looking. And then go from there. And stop listening to these players who just want to play 5 times every 2 months. There you go. Now let's go ahead and go to break, y'all. We got the Power Hour coming up next. This is the Morning Drive with John D. We powered by Cova Sports TV on Fox Sports 1310, 100.9 FM, and streaming live on YouTube at Cova Sports TV. Let's go.
Here's a quick weather update from the News 3 First Warning Storm Team.
Good morning, I'm meteorologist Miles Henderson. Mostly sunny today with high temperatures in the low 50s. We'll see some clouds building in late in the day. Clouds continue to build tonight with lows in the low to mid 40s. For Friday, mostly cloudy skies, warming up to the upper 60s and on the windy side, 10 to 20 with gusts of 30. Scattered showers during the day with a bigger rain chance Friday night. For News 3, I'm meteorologist Miles Henderson. Have a great day.
It's time for a Fox Sports 50 with Dino on Fox Sports 1310.
Old Dominion University head football coach Ricky Ronnie has hired Dwight Wilson as cornerbacks coach and Hunter Sims as the general manager. Wilson comes to ODU after spending the previous 2 seasons at Southern Miss. Sims spent the 2024 season as the director of defensive recruiting at Tulane. He helped the Green Wave to a 9-5 record. Baltimore second baseman Jorge Mateo avoided a salary arbitration hearing when he agreed to a $3.55 million one-year contract with the Orioles on Tuesday. The deal includes a $5.5 million team option for 2026. Fox has sold out of advertising spots for the upcoming Super Bowl, with more than 10 commercials selling for a record $8 million. While automakers and food and beverage companies will take up the bulk of airtime, artificial intelligence and pharmaceutical companies took a bigger share of commercials this year.
This has been a Fox Sports 50 on Fox Sports 1310.
Hi, this is Wayne Williams of Williams Deloach. I'm an experienced personal injury attorney, and I hope you don't need my services because I certainly don't like to see people injured on a daily basis. But in preparation for that unfortunate situation, your insurance coverage is very vital to your case. Give me a call today. I'd be happy to discuss your insurance situation for you and your family. That's the most protection you have, and you want to have that ahead of time.
What is more? Is it more reps, more strength, more stamina? We say it's all of that, but it's greater than just what's in the mirror. It's about improving your mental and physical health. More is a feeling of achievement, fulfillment, confidence. It's looking better, feeling better, being better, and it's our mission to get you there. Because here, you are more. One Life Fitness.
Portco is your local nonprofit organization dedicated to economic empowerment through employment for people with disabilities. We focus on abilities, not limitations, providing on-the-job vocational support. Find your pathway to employment. Contact us or learn more at portco.org.
Well, it's everybody's favorite time of year again. Time to prepare to make your annual donation to that infernal revenue service. And if you're like me, you need help. Help to keep that donation as small as possible. So get off your W-2 and call John Maynard at John's Tax Service. 455-6763.
Nice easy button.
Make a qualifying purchase at Adele Diamond from February 1st to 14th, and you'll receive $100 off dinner at any Butcher Sun location, a bottle of wine, and a pair of wine glasses from Wine Styles Chesapeake. Make it easy this Valentine's at Adele Diamond, your local trusted fine jeweler.
You're listening to Fox Sports 1310, WGHAM, W265EF Newport News, and WVSP-FM HD2 Yorktown. This is Fox Sports 1310. Buckle up. It's time for your morning drive time headlines with Suave on Fox Sports 1310.
Good morning. It is 8 a.m. It's time for the Power Hour. And this is your Fox Sports update. Old Dominion gets their revenge on App State last night. The Monarchs win 78-77. Sean Gordon had 25 points and 12 rebounds for the Monarchs. Virginia beats Miami 82-71. Tame Murray was 4 for 6 from 3 and put up 20 points, as well as having 7 assists. Virginia Tech also won last night 76-66 over Florida State. Toby Lowell had 17 points and 13 rebounds. The Hokies are set to travel up to Charlottesville Saturday for a 4 p.m. tip-off to play the Cavaliers. In Steph Curry's return, the Thunder lost to the Warriors 116-109. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander had 52 points. Shai said after the game he was not fulfilled at all and was visibly upset. The Norfolk Admirals beat the Adirondack Thunder 6-2 in Glen Falls, New York last night. It's the Morning Drive with Johnny D, powered by Cova Sports TV on Fox Sports 1310 AM, 100.9 FM, and always streaming live on YouTube at Cova Sports TV and live on the Fox Sports 1310 app. With Suave, myself, and Johnny D, let's get straight to it.
Live from the OVM with Annie Mac Home Mortgage Studios, the official home of the Hampton Road sports fan. It's the Morning Drive, powered by Cova Sports TV on Fox Sports 1310. Along with Suave and J-Lo. Here's your host, Johnny D.
Hey, Hampton Roads. Good to be with you Thursday. 8:05. A balmy 35 degrees this morning. This is the Morning Drive. Yours truly, Johnny D. Suave, J-Lo, Fox Sports 1310 AM. The Fox Sports 1310 app. Hey, we're on the X at Drive Johnny D, on Instagram at Morning Drive Johnny D. And, of course, you could chime in on the comment box on YouTube at Cova Sports TV. We will get to your comments coming up here in a few. Also want to remind the people, coming up at about 8:30 this morning, right? Hold on, let me get my rundown here. 8:30 coming up this morning, Ryan Fowler will join us live from Mobile, Alabama. Got Shrine game coming up. He'll give us the latest. He's from the NFL The Draft Network, so we'll talk a little draft with him. And then award-winning columnist, sports writer, the voice of DC Sports, John Feinstein, scheduled to join us right around 8:45 this morning. Today's Bluff, bottom line up front, brought to you by OVM Financial and Annie Mac Home Mortgage, serving Hampton Roads since 2001. When it comes to buying a home or refinancing, you need a mortgage partner you can trust. Visit ovmfinancial.com, NMLS 338923. Get moving and get buying. Give them a call today at 757-407-7023. Very quick, I do got a pair of tickets I want to give away. So the first person to dial it up right now, it's 757-497-1310. Will win a pair of tickets to see the Tedeschi Trucks Band coming up Friday, May 16th at the Veterans United Home Loans Amphitheater. One pair of tickets. Tickets will be emailed to the winners closer to the show date. If you want to go, your opportunity. They are what J-Lo likes to call the greatest thing you ever heard. Free. F-R-E-E.
Yep.
The Tedeschi Trucks Band. Friday, May 16th at the Veterans United Home Loans Amphitheater. But you got to be the first person to dial it up at 757-497-1310. That's 757-497-1310. The first person to dial it up right now will walk away with a free pair of tickets. So good luck to you. Very quick, who we put in the Porta Potty. We'll take your nominees. We'll get to J-Lo's. We'll get to Suave's. Yours truly's coming up here in a second. I do want to go back to the stream this morning, which has been on fire, and I'm trying to see where I could pick up where I left off. Look, I mean, J-Lo is catching strays this morning. Hank has commented. That is correct. J-Lo deserves to catch strays this morning. Lynn Taylor chimes in. I once heard that a Philly fan ate bleep after they won the Super Bowl. Warpath responds, imagine that's what hell looks like. Yes, well, probably very true. Adam Silver looks like a bowling ball pin.
Oh, the comments, I love it.
Wow. Hank has suggested putting Adam Silver in the Porta Potty this morning.
Yes.
Lynn Taylor is concerned about Suave, says he's spitting when he talks about the Commanders and the Eagles and everything else right there. So if you got a comment, hit us up on the YouTube stream this morning at Cova Sports TV. You're very passionate, Suave, and talking about the Eagles this morning. Why is that? Just very passionate this morning.
Because here's the thing about with this, and they've been doing this for the longest that I've known people, Eagles fans. You only won, this is before this, you never won a Super Bowl. Never did. But you guys want to keep talking like y'all the greatest thing in football. You never won a Super Bowl. You won one in 2019. Good for you. After that, y'all still talking. At least win 2 more to catch up to Washington.
Well, hold on a second. So you're trying to say you can't talk to me until we're equal when it comes to Super Bowls.
Yeah. Don't you? Well, how many teams do that? Cowboys do it. Niners do that. I mean, we all do it.
As a Bills fan, I guess you and I are never having a conversation.
Oh, well. You want me to get petty with you? I'm going to go let it go. Because I get petty with that, too.
I agree.
Yeah, exactly.
To a point.
Yeah.
But right now, they're at the top.
Yeah.
I mean, they're right at the mountaintop of the Kansas City Chiefs. So you just got to accept it. You got to learn from it. You got to move on.
Beat the Chiefs.
Okay.
And I'll father you. Beat the Chiefs. And I get Sirianni his flowers. You want to consider one of the best? Beat the Chiefs. Other than that, you just said Philadelphia Bird. That's it.
Okay. I got you. All right. Just doing a quality of life check on you there, big fella.
See?
Just want to make sure.
And look at the see this. Look what Hank says. My point exactly.
All right. What is Hank saying this morning?
Suave can't talk to the Commanders. Get to 5.
All right. Also, Lynn Taylor chimes in. Saquon, if you can hear us. I'll say this about Saquon, and I don't know what it is. I used to be a big fan of Saquon Barkley. Really, I was.
I was too.
Maybe because I knew he was a loser on the Giants.
Never mind.
Maybe that's what it was. Maybe I know he was a loser up at Penn State. Now that he's actually winning football games and they're kind of spotlighting him a little bit more, not a fan. I just don't know what it is. Just not a fan. Like, I loved him as that lovable loser. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, he was that lovable loser of the Giants. Best player on the Giants.
Absolutely.
Right? You loved him because you knew they weren't going to do anything. Even when they got to the playoffs the one year, people are like, okay, you beat Minnesota. Still. We like Saquon. And then Hard Knocks came along, and I think people appreciated him a little bit more. Like, hey, they chose Daniel Jones over Saquon Barkley. You kind of felt bad for him until he signs for the bag up in Philadelphia. Then he explodes this year. Then every topic of conversation with the MVP, everything else, Saquon Barkley, look what he's doing. The revival of the running back.
Yeah.
Kind of don't like him anymore. Not a big fan. Not a big fan. Is he going to the porta potty this morning? No. He doesn't deserve that. Can I get the drop, by the way? I got to get my fix on the porta potty this morning. Can I get a little porta potty?
Yeah. You got to turn that. There you go.
Yeah, we got to put him in the porta. You got to work on that. We got to get a new drop on the porta potty.
No, this is that. No, he sent it. I talked to him yesterday.
He sent you a new one?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hit it again.
Porta potty.
He sent it to me like 10 something, 11 something at night. I was about to go to bed.
Well, which one are we playing? It sounds like J-Lo's playing 3 of them.
Well, you have to play it and you have to stop it. So when you play it,
There's
keeps on
multiple
loop.
in a row.
Is it that hard? Seriously, let's work on it, J-Lo.
Stop it. See?
Just stop it. Just stop it. You're ruining the entire segment now with a porta potty. I'll start with you, Suave. Who would put in the porta potty this morning? Do you have a nominee this morning for the porta potty?
Yeah, Hank kind of took it, which was Adam Silver. He's going in the porta potty.
Going to put Adam Silver in the porta potty this morning.
He needs to go in the porta potty with somebody who got diarrhea. He needs to be all. He needs to be.
God.
He needs to be that much in the porta potty. Somebody need to have diarrhea, ate a bunch of cheese or lasagna the day of. Yes.
Oh man,
that's awful.
No, it's not. Because the fact of the matter is, you try to do all this. Like, you have to have a backbone when it comes to these NBA players. You're not having a backbone. So when this is happening, All-Star, I remember the days. All-Star, it was the shooting contest, skills contest. Even the celebrity game was cool, but the dunk contest. And I remember when Vince Carter, Tracy McGrady, I remember when marquee names, Kobe Bryant was coming, and you wanted to see it. Then here comes LeBron. For about 15 years, everybody wanted to see LeBron. I ain't doing it. Or what? But Adam Silver, when he would say, no, you should have walked up to him and said, look here, LeBron. You are the face
It
of
is
this NBA.
amazing that LeBron has never
Thank you.
been in a slam dunk contest.
Never. But but if you look at him in the layup line, he throwing it off the backboard. He doing between the legs, off a layup line, and then it's looking like people like, well, where you gonna join the dunk contest? You never did.
Yeah.
And Adam Silver never came and said, look, you gotta join. Jordan joined. Dominique joined. All these our superstars have joined before. Why you haven't joined?
All right, so Suave's nominee this morning for the Porta Potty is going to be Adam Silver. J-Lo, do you have a nominee?
I do. I'm going to do you a favor here, Johnny D. I'm going to put the NFL officiating crew in the Porta Potty this
Why is
morning. It's just, you can't watch that Bills-Chiefs game without all the separate things that happen. And it's been like this all year. All year, when you look at almost every single one of the Chiefs' victories, one-score victories this year, there was always something. I'm going to put the NFL officiating crew in the Porta Potty this morning.
All right, look, I got two nominees. The first one, I want to play this clip. This was part of their – do you have the clip already with Jason Kelce?
Yes.
Jason Kelce yesterday on his New Heights podcast, which comes down every Wednesday with his brother Trav. Can't call him Travis. You got to call him Trav. That's what Taylor calls him, Trav, her big sexy Trav over there. On their New Heights broadcast, they were talking about, hey, Super Bowl's coming up. A little bit of a conflict in the household. You got little bro over there, Travis Kelce, and Jason Kelce, of course, play for the Philadelphia Eagles. How is Jason Kelce handling this?
We can't tell who you're rooting for, Jason.
What are you talking about?
Unbelievable.
This is just what I'm wearing around the house. I just have a lot of Eagles gear.
I mean, it makes sense.
Here's the biggest thing. For me, obviously, you're my brother. I always root for my brother. That's the reality of it. All right? Even though I'm decked out in Eagles gear, I'm always going to root for Travis.
Take that, Philly.
But what? Yeah, but there's a lot of people in the Philadelphia organization, whether it's players, coaches, people in the building, that feel like extended family to me, especially my former lineman. Like Lane Johnson feels like a brother in a lot of ways. I'm rooting for those guys too. I'm rooting for Philadelphia and I'm rooting for Travis Kelce. That's the reality of it. No matter what, on game day, I'm going to be happy for.
About here is you got to pick a side. You either pick the team that you played for, and I know you got friends on there, but they're not blood. Lane Johnson ain't blood. Travis is your brother. We know you love your brother. You got to pick a side. Put Jason Kelce in the Porta Potty this morning there, Jed. Give me a drop. I got to hear it. Put him in the Porta Potty this morning. You got to pick a side. Absolutely. You got to pick a side. You got to side with your brother. You don't side with the organization that gave you a paycheck. You got friends. They're going to understand. It's family. Right, Suave? It's family. So the fact that you're even considering rooting for both and sporting your Eagle gear up and down. And by the way, I remember Jason Kelce walking into Highmark Stadium when the Chiefs played last year. Decked out in all Chiefs gear. Bum. Absolute bum. All over the place. You got to put him in the Porta Potty. That's number one. Number two, I think it's time to put Bill Belichick in the Porta Potty. I sent you this audio earlier this morning, Suave. I don't know if you got it.
I got it.
You got it?
Yeah.
But here was Bill Belichick on his Let's Go podcast with Jim Gray talking about the Lombardi Trophy, or do we need to call it something else?
Players win games. You can't win games without good players. I don't care who the coach is. It's impossible. You can't win without good players. You know, I found out when I had Taylor and Banks and Harry Carson, Pepper Johnson, Jim Burt, Everson Walls, all those guys of the Giants. And same thing, you know, when we got good at Cleveland and then at New England. I mean, it's, you know, it's Brady, it's McGinnis, it's Vrabel, it's Brewski, it's Corey Dillon, it's Randy Moss, Troy Brown, Lawyer Malloy, Ty Law, Rodney Harrison. Those are the guys that won the games. Man, I didn't make any tackles. I didn't make any kicks. That was Vinatieri that made that kick in 4 inches of snow. You got to have good players. And as a coach, you want to give your players a chance to win. You want to put them in a position where if they go out there and play well, they'll have a chance to win. That's what Coach Parcells taught me is there's always a way to win. You just got to figure out what it is, and you have to give the players a chance.
They don't name it the Star Trophy. It's named the Lombardi Trophy.
Maybe they should name it the Brady Trophy. He won 7 of them.
Oh.
Put Belichick in the Porta Potty this morning. So all of a sudden, Billy Boy is a player's coach, right? Billy Boy's got a great relationship with Tom Brady. We talked about the strained relationship. That's why Tommy Terrific left New England, because he couldn't get along with Bill Belichick. All of a sudden, Bill Belichick sitting in his North Carolina themed suit, recruiting, talking to kids all day long, suave. He's a player's coach now, right? I got to talk about how important the players are. And if you're watching that video, did you notice? He got to look down at the paper.
You did, didn't he?
He had to look down at the paper.
Yeah.
He don't remember all those guys that helped him win Super Bowls.
That's a lot of people.
Ty Law,
yeah,
Rodney Harrison.
Lawyer Malloy.
You got to put Bill Belichick in the porta potty this morning. Shame on you. You want to change the Lombardi trophy to the Brady trophy? What are we doing here? Stop. All of a sudden, he's a player's coach. Because now he's got to recruit at college where it's what? It's all about the players.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
In the NFL? Nah, whatever. You don't want to be here? We don't want to pay you in New England. How many times you hear that? Get lost. Go pound sand. Right? Go scratch. That's what they would talk about in New England. Put those dudes in the porta potty this morning. Hank has chimed in on the YouTube stream. I don't think I could say that. Regarding the porta potty, and nothing does more porta potty damage than bleep.
Yeah.
If you want to know what Hank says, go to our YouTube page at Cova Sports TV. I do not believe I can repeat that on this fine radio program. This segment of the Morning Drive is presented by SOS, soldonsite.com. 757-460-1111. Does your home have you in distress? SOS will buy any property, any condition, cash offer within 24 hours. Close within 7 days. Don't stress. Give a call to SOS today. That's 757-460-1111, or visit them online at soldonsite.com. All right, 8:20 on the program. Straight ahead, we'll talk a little NFL draft. Friend of the program, Ryan Fowler, will stop by live from Mobile, Alabama. That is coming up. It's the Morning Drive.
Fox Sports 1310 traffic.
This morning, traffic is backed up on Interstate 264 westbound from Campostella Road to the downtown tunnel. On Interstate 464 northbound, there are slowdowns from Main Street to Interstate 264, and on Interstate 64 westbound, traffic is backed up from 4th View Street to the HRBT. Lastly, on Interstate 64 eastbound, traffic is building between Tidewater Drive and Norview Avenue. I'm Peter Cook on Fox Sports 1310.
A place of your own. Virginia Housing makes it possible with homeownership loans, grants, and free classes. Learn more at virginiahousing.com.
Breaking news.
Well, it's everybody's favorite time of year again. Time to prepare to make your annual donation to that infernal revenue service. And if you're like me, you need help. Help to keep that donation as small as possible. So get off your W-2 and call John Maynard at John's Tax Service. 455-6763.
I grew up here. I know this town. I know the people here. More important, they know me. As a banker at Town Bank, we become part of the communities we serve. The people who bank with us, our members, know us. When you bank with Town Bank, you'll know your banker. You'll know you can reach us, and you'll know we're here for you.
Get ready for a season of thrills and excitement. Virginia Beach United invites you to experience the adrenaline of USL League 2 Pro Soccer. Tickets are only $10 for adults, $7 for kids, and children 5 and under are free. It's the perfect family outing filled with fun and entertainment. Secure your seats now for a season of unforgettable soccer moments with Virginia Beach United. Don't miss out.
What is more? Is it more reps, more strength, more stamina? We say it's all of that, but it's greater than just what's in the mirror. It's about improving your mental and physical health. More is a feeling of achievement, fulfillment, confidence. It's looking better, feeling better, being better, and it's our mission to get you there. Because here, you are more. One Life Fitness.
Hi, this is Wayne Williams of Williams Deloach. I'm an experienced personal injury attorney, and I hope you don't need my services because I certainly don't like to see people injured on a daily basis. But in preparation for that unfortunate situation, your insurance coverage is very vital to your case. Give me a call today. I'd be happy to discuss your insurance situation for you and your family. That's the most protection you have, and you want to have that ahead of time.
Cova Painting. We don't just paint, we transform spaces. Visit covapainting.com or call 757-550-7357 and mention the Sportsplex for 10% off of projects over $1,000.
What's up at DQ? Oh, just the best deal ever. The $7 bacon cheeseburger meal deal. Bacon cheeseburger, fries, drink, and a sundae. No time to be modest. It's all full size for just $7. Right now at DQ. Happy tastes good.
Your favorite talk show. These are just a few of the reasons more than 80 million Americans depend on AM radio. And did you know AM radio is the backbone of the emergency alert system, keeping the public safe in dangerous times. No matter what the reason, Fox Sports 1310 AM is here to serve you. Visit wearebroadcasters.com to learn more and tell us how you depend on AM.
The new home for the Hampton Roads sports fan. It's the Morning Drive with Johnny D, along with Suave and J-Lo, on Fox Sports 1310 and live on Cova Sports TV.
Yeah, great to be with you. 8:25 on this Thursday morning. Happy Thursday, Hampton Roads, Johnny D, Suave, J-Lo, Fox Sports 1310 AM. Of course, the Fox Sports 1310 app. Hey, I also just want to bring up this morning some tragic news going on up in D.C. Did you guys see this at Reagan this morning?
Yeah, I seen it.
With the U.S. figure skating could confirm that several members of the skating community were sadly aboard the American Airlines flight 5342, which collided with a helicopter yesterday evening in D.C. Folks are devastated, so our prayers go out to everybody up there. We'll continue to update you throughout the morning as we get more information, but the number of fatalities unclear as we speak. American Airlines jet was carried about 60 passengers and 4 crew members. So, again, sad news that we got to report on, but we do so, and we'll continue to move on. But as we get information on the program, we will pass it along to you. All right. A reminder, coming up in about 5 minutes, Ryan Fowler will join us live from Mobile for the Senior Bowl, and we'll get the latest on some of the standouts from Mobile. Some good stuff going on as we get ready for the NFL draft. The Senior Bowl, I believe, is February the 1st, and I believe it's on the NFL Network, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep,
is he
correct.
joining us right now? All right, good stuff. I appreciate that. So, yeah, the Reese's Senior Bowl live from Mobile, Alabama, coming up on the NFL Network February 1st. And we want to get the latest. So what's going on with some of the local guys out of Tech, out of UVA? Does UVA players qualify for this there, J-Lo?
I don't know. We got one.
Here you go again. Here you go again.
I'm sorry. I can't. It's hard to resist.
Yes.
My man Yoda Sanker, one of the best safeties in the country. Come on, man.
Yeah. Hang your hat on that one.
See? No.
Joining us right now, you can follow him on the X @ Ryan Fowler _ NFL college football analyst for the Draft Network down in Mobile this week. Ryan, good morning. How are you, my friend?
Good morning, fellas. Appreciate you having me on.
Absolutely. Let's talk a little Senior Bowl. Let's talk about some of the dudes you've looked at. I noticed you had a posting last night. We're familiar up here with the Sun Belt, obviously, with Old Dominion. Marshall, you got a little feature on. Who is that? Mike Green over there in Marshall, looking pretty good in Mobile. Who else out of the Sun Belt has really kind of, I guess, grabbed your attention with some of the workouts this week?
I'll say, really, I definitely want to talk about Mike Green, guys, if I can.
Yeah.
He came into the week, obviously a guy that's from a G5 school. And, when you're an NFL scout and you talk to these teams as far as, hey, great, you dominated lower-level competition, but can you come to the premier draft showcase down here in Mobile and compete against some of these guys that are going to be NFL starters? And for Mike, that played around 240 this year for Marshall, comes in, checks the boxes at 251, and he was dominant all week long. Now, I'm not going to say he's winning every rep easy, looking out there like Myles Garrett or T.J. Watt. I'm not going to throw those comparisons around, but he looked like a first-round player. And that's what scouts wanted to see. Now, he opted out of the Senior Bowl. He came here for 2 days. So what he needed to show, Now he's going back home to prepare for the rest of this draft process. But he checked all the boxes here, and that's what you wanted to see from a quote-unquote lower-level prospect. And I don't think he gets out of his top 32 picks as far as what he can do as a pass rusher, and then also turning on his tape as what he can do as an early down run defender, which is extremely impressive for a guy that is upwards of that 245, 250 pounds.
Look, that's interesting. So you just educated me, which is, trust me, it's not hard to do. I did not realize that you could actually go down for the workouts for a couple of days and just not even participate over the weekend.
Yeah, it's becoming a trend here these last 2 years. When agents get in their ear and executives get in the ear, because all these guys meet at the Senior Bowl, where it's different from other showcases where all these guys meet with all 32 teams. It doesn't happen at Shrine, CGS, Tropical Hula Bowl. They meet with every single team here. And if you're going out and you're showcasing yourself day one, day two, just a few years ago, Jermaine Johnson from Florida State that ended up as a first-round pick of the Jets. He came down one day. Same with DeJuan Jones from went to Cleveland Browns. Competed one day, showed what he needed to show, and showed up in street clothes the rest of the time down here. So it's becoming a trend. I personally don't like it. I want to see guys compete.
Yeah.
But when agents get in your ear and money's involved, you can see why these guys start to opt out.
Yeah, Ryan Fowler is joining us here on the program. And, of course, you can follow him on the X at _Ryan Fowler _ NFL college football analyst for the Draft Network. And, of course, the Senior Bowl going to be this weekend on the NFL Network. Who else has stood out? And we got to talk some ACC. Look, one of our fine members of this radio program is a big UVA fan there, Ryan. Yeah. So I kind of bang on him a little bit. Like, do they still play football at UVA? I was just curious. But who else has stood out? And talk a little bit about maybe UVA, any tech guys that have caught your eye.
Absolutely. Let's definitely talk some guys down there in Blacksburg. Very impressed with Dorian Strong, Anais Peebles, Spatial Tootens down here, as is Jalen Lane. Jalen was a guy I was very interested to see this week. What he did down there in Blacksburg this year. He's a guy, I talked to a lot of scouts in the spring that had day 2 grades on him. So second round, third round. Now, did he live up to that expectation this year? For me, no. I think he was underutilized down there in Blacksburg. But I was impressed with what I've seen so far through 2 days from Jalen. But two guys from Tech that have just certified themselves as NFL contributors, and from Dorian Strong's perspective on the outside, I think he's going to be a guy that could be a CB2 for an NFL defense. He can run, he can play man, he's long, he's physical, he can change direction. Very impressed with what Dorian Strong's done down here this week. And then Anais Peebles, transferring in from another ACC school in Duke. He's not overpowering in one-on-ones. I didn't expect him to dominate in that fast set. He does well playing off of guys with bumpers to either shoulder. But his ability in teamwork to just absolutely dominate the ground game, work into the backfield, and then working on twists and stunts around guys, reducing angles, very, very, very impressed with Anais. That some scouts said he's a little bit too small, the length isn't there. I completely disagree. I think he has to have an appreciation for being just a fundamentally good football player, and I think that's what Anais is, and I absolutely expect him to go decently high in this draft, maybe round 3, early portions of round 4. And then for the UVA guys, I've really liked the game of Jonas Sanker this year. Cavalier, you always know what you're kind of going to get. Very smart, intelligent, wins from the shoulders up. They don't get a lot of attention as a program overall, as we know, guys, but Jonas is a guy I think can play multiple levels for a defense. He'll cut his teeth on special teams if you have to. I think he's one of the more underrated safeties in this class. Now, I'm not going to say he's a second rounder, third rounder. He's going to go on day 3 most likely, but he's the type of guy that comes into a building, helps you round out your locker room, round out your defense, and does a lot of things for you, and overall helps you win championships down the road for a defense.
J-Lo, do you own that T-shirt, by the way, that Ryan just put out about UVA football? UVA football, we win from the shoulders up. Do you own that T-shirt
I don't own
at
that
all?
T-shirt.
Not at all? Okay.
No.
I'm just curious if you do or not. I guess one of the more concerning things, though, Ryan, there was a huge spotlight on the HBCU a couple of years ago. But how many participants? Like 1 or 2, right? That's it that we got this week?
Down here. Just one this week. Carson Vincent from Alabama A&M. And usually there's a couple. Sometimes over the years, Marquise Bell or Mark Perry, that was at Shrine from Arkansas Pine Bluff. But only one this year down here in Mobile. But Carson Vincent's had a really nice week.
Before I let you go, obviously we got to talk quarterbacks. Can we talk a little bit about the quarterbacks this week? Who's impressed you?
Yeah, day 1 was ugly. And I will say this. When you're installing offense in a neutral environment, alternate settings, these guys haven't worked with each other. It is ugly. You get the kid from Canada here, from Laurier, Taylor Elgersma. You can see it's a completely different game that he's playing down here. He's never worked from under center. His footwork is all wonky. He looks like, 11, 12-year-old learning to play the sport for the first time, in my honest opinion. But no one wants to hear about him. They want to hear about Jalen Milroe. They want to hear about Jackson Dart. Yesterday was better from both those guys. I think both those guys are going to be valued from a team in this draft where they're going to come in and compete for a starting job. I don't expect either of their names right now to be heard on day one, but all it takes, guys, is one team to fall in love with the skill set, and you're going to be in a building to be your face of the franchise. But beautiful deep throws, vertical touch from both guys yesterday, 7-on-7 work, just taking the little things, playing with confidence, letting that thing rip. Don't be a robot, specifically with Jalen Milroe. You're one of the best athletes in this class. Act like it, be like it, and I think that's what the biggest thing is going to be, the selling trait on Jalen Milroe. So quarterbacks have been fine this week. I'll give them a C grade so far through 2 days, and hopefully we see a little bit more here in the next couple hours as practice 3 gets going here in Mobile.
Now, look, Suave, I believe Ryan's a Commanders guy. Are you a Commanders guy, Ryan? Is that correct? Are you a big Commanders guy?
I grew up in the Northern Virginia area. I used to work for the team. Still follow them, of course. I am a Commanders guy.
So look, I got a couple of fanboys when it comes to the Commanders on the radio program. Suave, is there anything you would like to ask Ryan about maybe something at the Senior Bowl that could benefit your Commanders coming up with the NFL draft?
I mean, if need be, that's the question right there. Like, what we need for Washington Commanders. So, what would be who's the biggest prospect that Commanders should go after?
Yeah, I think, you look at corner. I think you look at edge. I talked about Mike Green, with Washington going from the 2nd overall pick last year to now 29 this year. They're going to be in a good spot to get whoever they want as far as edge, corner, or wide receiver 2 to get behind Terry McLaurin. But I think if there's one guy, I'll say 2 guys I think that are interested at least this week. Mike Green from Marshall, we talked about at the top, and then Quincy Riley, the corner from Louisville. He was supposed to come down here last year, and he backed out and went back to Louisville, heard from one of his coaches at Louisville, said, hey, Quincy believes he's a first-round guy. He's not getting those types of grades right now from scouts. He's going to go back to school, come back down here next year and prove himself. And that's what he's done so far, through 2 days of practice. So Quincy Riley at 29, corner from Louisville, great week. So he and Mike Green, as far as guys down here in Mobile, are 2 names to keep an eye on there at 29 when we get to April.
Look, folks, great stuff. The NFL draft is right around the corner. Of course, we're going to hammer it every day on the radio program because that's what you do when the football season is over. And the Senior Bowl is going on this weekend. You don't want to miss it on the NFL Network. And, of course, our guest Ryan Fowler, you could follow all of his stuff at _Ryan Fowler _NFL college football analyst for the Draft Network. Ryan, always a pleasure, my friend. Enjoy Mobile this week, and we'll talk to you again real soon. Talk a little draft, all right?
Yes, sir. Thanks so much, guys. Appreciate you.
All right, brother.
Thanks,
we
Ryan.
appreciate it. Thanks for coming on the radio program. Look, people get passionate about the draft.
Of course.
Are you guys like one of those draft heads where you're looking at the mock draft boards and who's going where? Now, look, as a Bills fan, not really used to it until late in the first round. I just got to tell you. As a Commander guy, you guys have been really used to top 10 picks. A little bit different this year.
Absolutely. I don't know the last time to say Washington had a late 20s draft pick that I can really think of, honestly. Because, we've always been either top 10 or within the middle pack.
The problem is we're always in the middle.
That's exactly, To say that we're not the last, like the 20s, this is going to be something for us.
Yeah. Well, look, if you missed any of our Ryan Fowler interview, we'll put it up on the YouTube page at Cova Sports TV. We'll cut that, baby. I'll put it up on the X this afternoon at Drive Johnny D as we get closer and closer to the NFL draft. You got the the Senior Bowl, going on this week down in Mobile. All right, look, John Feinstein straight ahead. In the meantime, first person to dial it up right now at 757-497-1310. We are giving away a pair of tickets. ODU women's basketball. Take it on JMU. Coming up this weekend. Chartway Arena. Saturday, February 1st, 2 o'clock tip. Free. Pair of tickets. Tickets will be emailed to the winners, but you got to be the first person to dial it up right now. It's going to be packed. What do they call this rivalry there, Suave? The Royal Rivalry? Yeah, there you go, baby. Suave will be part of the call. You don't want to miss that, but if you want a chance to win them, 497-1310. The first person to dial it up right now will win a pair of tickets. ODU women basketball taking on JMU coming up this weekend. All right, 8:39, right around the corner. We'll talk a little D-State. We'll talk a little culture. We'll talk ownership. We'll talk Adam Silver. The man knows everything. John Feinstein stops by next. It's the Morning Drive.
Fox Sports 1310 traffic.
This morning, traffic is backed up on Interstate 264 westbound from Campostella Road to the downtown tunnel. On Interstate 464 northbound, there are slowdowns from Main Street to Interstate 264. And on Interstate 64 westbound, traffic is backed up from 4th View Street to the HRBT. Lastly, on Interstate 64 eastbound, traffic is building between Tidewater Drive and Norview Avenue. I'm Peter Cook on Fox Sports 1310.
Pain and Gain, your one-stop shop for all things field hockey. Located in Princess One Shopping Center, Virginia Beach, we carry everything you need on the turf, from black sticks, turf shoes, mouth guards, and much more. Try out your stick before you buy in our synthetic turf area. Pain and Gain. Embrace the pain, enjoy the game.
Hampton Roads has a long-running high school and college sports tradition. It's time to give them the spotlight they deserve. This is 757 Sports Talk.
Usually it's Hatfield. That's why I try to tell everybody, get on Hatfield. He is the legal scribe, the talking head that knows all this, puts the whammies on. We do things different on this podcast. That's why we're rated number 3 in the state.
You got Play-Doh? Get out of here! We got people all over the globe watching with us. Sitting in a phone booth with you would be very...
well, no, we got to have your own phone booth. I'm not sitting in no phone booth with you.
It is 757 Saturday Sports Talk here on Cova Sports TV. Like, share, and subscribe.
Cova Painting. We don't just paint, we transform spaces. Visit covapainting.com or call 757-550-7357 and mention the Sportsplex for 10% off of projects over $1,000.
Peace of mind when you need it most. Every burner launcher is hand assembled in Fort Wayne, Indiana by a proud American company. Visit Byrna.com/LeVar and get 10% discount off your purchase. That's Byrna, BYRNA.com/LeVar. Byrna, where safety meets responsibility and preparation meets peace of mind.
Right now, the Dan Patrick Show.
Dan Patrick. I have to acknowledge this because people were pointing this out. How do you feel about Jalen Hurts today? I said, I've been waiting for this. He's been inconsistent. Now, I thought he was banged up, had 3 rushing touchdowns. He looked great. I mean, that was an impressive performance, both sides of the ball.
The Dan Patrick Show.
Dan and the Danettes and you.
Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on Fox Sports 1310. This is the Morning Drive with Johnny D on Fox Sports 1310 AM and 100.9 FM.
With you 8:43, wrapping it up on a Thursday. The Morning Drive, yours truly, Johnny D Suave J-Lo. Your texts, your tweets coming up here in a little bit. Also, we'll get back to the Cova Sports, the YouTube stream. If you got a comment, we'll update the Pacer payroll poll questions this morning. That's coming up in about 10 minutes. But joining us right now, man, this guy is the best. I told you, I walked in last night. I walked into my folks' house, and we were getting ready to go out. And, on the table was sitting there, and I put it up on the Instagram, John Feinstein's book, The Legends Club. That Pops was reading it with about Dean Smith, Mike Krzyzewski, Jim Valvano. And if you're a basketball fan, you definitely want to check out some of the books that he's had. 48 books to date, 23 of which are the New York Times bestsellers. He's got a brand new one out, Faraday, which I definitely got to check out. And he is the voice of DC Sports. I have tagged it. I don't know if it's official, but I'm saying it's official. John Feinstein is joining us on the program once again. Good morning, John. How are you, my friend?
Johnny, good morning. I will tell you that my most recent book actually is called it's about Ivy League football.
Ooh.
It's
which one is that?
It's just out. God, I'm blocking on the title of one of my own books. You can tell it's early in the morning for me.
That's okay. We'll do a little fact check. Boys, fact check that real quick for John. He's got a lot on his mind. So we'll definitely check that out. Also, a big fan of the Army-Navy book. You and I talked about that in the past, no doubt about it. But, yeah, I was, picking up my pops last night. He's 85 years old, and he's reading The Legends Club. And I'm like, man, those were some great college basketball coaches. Let me ask you very quickly before we talk DC sports. If you were to write a book about a college basketball coach today, which coach intrigues you the most? Today?
Well, I would have said Tony Bennett until a couple months ago because Tony is different than most great basketball coaches. He has a completely different personality. You would not call him fiery, and yet that behind the scenes he is. Built Virginia's program from virtually nowhere to a national championship. And his absence has certainly been noticeable this season. I think he's a Hall of Fame coach and a Hall of Fame person. I've known Tony since he got to Virginia, and I like him a lot. So I would probably pick Tony Bennett of recent coaches. Jim Larinaga would certainly be on the list, another guy who's just recently retired. But among active coaches, it would definitely be Tom Izzo. Great coach, great guy, has another terrific team this year. It just keeps doing it year after year with consistency and with humanity. He's a very decent human being.
Can you elaborate? Maybe you can, maybe you can't. Tony Bennett, I mean, we heard the press conference. I'm just curious. I mean, what was it that made him finally decide, you know what, I'm going to hang it up? I mean, enough is enough.
Yeah, I think it is among all the new rules that coaches are dealing with, the NILs, the transfer portal, it was having to deal with agents. One of the most missed errors, huge errors made in the history of college sports was that Condoleezza Rice commission that was appointed by Mark Emmert. And they came back and recommended that athletes, high school and college athletes, be allowed to deal with agents, to have agents. And I think a lot of coaches, Tony Bennett included, found that just something they didn't want to deal with. You know, you're recruiting a kid, you have to deal with the street agents, you have to deal with the high school and AAU coaches. But then it became, okay, I'm interested, sit down and talk to my agent. And the agent would say, well, such and such school has bid X dollars, can you top that? That's not something any college coach, football or basketball, wanted to deal with, but now it's part of the process.
John Feinstein is joining us on the program, and of course, New York Times best-selling author, has been a sports writer, covers DC sports. Let's talk a little bit about those Commanders.
By the way, the book I was thinking of is The Ancient Eight.
Yeah, I just looked it up on
Ivy
Amazon
League
right
football,
now.
And I
The
spent
Ancient Eight.
last season, 2023, with Ivy League football teams. I interviewed 82 players. Every interview was a good interview, not surprising, Ivy League kids. And it was a fascinating book for me to write.
Give me one quick pull out of that. What was the most surprising thing you learned about Ivy League football?
that all these kids in today's world where transfers are part of the process, where NILs are part of the process, willingly go to Ivy League schools knowing that's not part of the process. The Harvard starting quarterback got benched midway through last season. He'd had a great first half of the season, but started to fade in the second half, and he got benched. Well, most kids in today's world would transfer the next day. He stayed, became a wide receiver as a senior because, as he said, he wasn't going to give up a Harvard degree. The degree is more important than football. Now, the Ivy League plays good football. They have usually about 15 guys in the NFL every year who come out of Ivy League schools, but the primary focus is not football. It's important. It's very important. They spend a lot of time on it, but the primary focus is getting the degree and moving on with your life.
Yeah, absolutely. John Feinstein joining us on the program. Let's talk a little bit about the Commanders. What a fantastic year for the fan base. What did you take away from this season? Because, look, I got a couple of fanboys that work on this radio program who have never experienced success with the Washington football team. And the word hope just came up all the time. What did you take out of this season?
Well, that's a good word. You know, and they found their quarterback. They should have the same quarterback for the next 10 years, barring injury. Hopefully he won't get hurt the way Robert RG3 did, because he had a great rookie year too until he got injured, and then he mishandled the injuries, and his career went down the tubes basically. But the hope is there not only because you have a potentially great quarterback. He was terrific all season long, but also because you have competent leadership now. That's what they lacked for 25 years, starting with the owner. The owner was incompetent, and he hired incompetent buddies of his to run the team. And now you've got a competent owner who has hired a competent general manager, Adam Peters, and they've hired a competent coach. I underrated Dan Quinn as a coach, I think, because my memories were of his late failures in Atlanta. But I forgot that he took them to the Super Bowl and to within one botched offensive call of winning the Super Bowl. And I think he's really good. He's got a great personality. He comes across well in public, and he obviously comes across well with the players. So they have competence at the top now, and competence at the quarterback position. And, you know, you can start with Jaden Daniels and work your way up, or you can start with the ownership and work your way down. But there's competence through and through, and that's the reason why there should be hope. Now, I will point out that this team went farther this year than anybody expected them to. They'll be playing a tougher schedule next year because they'll be playing a second place schedule. They're going to have to replace a bunch of players, as every NFL team does every year. And it'll be hard to live up to the hopes that fans in Washington felt in the last few weeks.
Hey, before I let you go, and outside of football, Adam Silver came on yesterday and was talking about the NBA possibly reducing the quarters from, 12 to 10 minutes. And kind of gave his reasoning and talking about from a TV executive standpoint, 2 hours is a lot easier to consume. Not talking about in the arena, but talking about from a viewing, and it aligns better a little bit with the international game. I don't know if you have a thought on it. My whole thing with Adam Silver is that the biggest concern that I have with the NBA right now is reducing the quarters, or getting actually dudes to show up for all-star festivities and actually playing in an 82-game schedule?
Well, I think they should just do away with the All-Star game.
Yeah.
The NFL has basically done away with the All-Star game with this flag football deal. And I guess, some people will watch anything if it has NFL on it. So they'll get decent ratings, even though I don't know why anybody would want to watch. I think the All-Star weekend has become kind of a joke. I mean, nobody cares about the dunk contest anymore. Very few people care about the three-point shooting contest. And the game, what was the score last year? 209 to 100.
Yeah, it was crazy. It hit the over. I know that.
Yeah, I hope so. But leagues stubbornly hang on to quote unquote tradition, even though I don't feel like there's any tradition in the All-Star game. Now, I don't mind the idea of going to 10-minute quarters. I think the games are too long at 48 minutes. Now, I've lived my whole life with 48-minute games, 12-minute quarters, just as college basketball has always been 2 20-minute halves my entire life. And I don't see any particular reason to change that. But shortening the games wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing. And I think the games are too long now.
John, you're the best. Check him out on the X if you want to, at Feinstein Books. And, of course, we talked about the Faraday book, but he's also got the one out, The Ancient Eight, College Football's Ivy League, and the game they play today. Always a pleasure to catch up. Always a pleasure to talk DC sports. And stay healthy, my friend. We'll talk to you again real soon.
Thanks, Johnny. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. The one and only John Feinstein joining us here on the program.
Thanks, John.
If you're just tuning in, and if you missed any of the interview, we'll put it up on the Callum Mechanical Audio Vault later on this afternoon on the YouTube page at Cova Sports TV. Good stuff right there. If we had a little bit more time, I wanted to get into the Dan Snyder conversation. Did you guys see the article? I didn't bring it up the other day, and we might talk about it tomorrow on the program. That somebody was talking about Dan Snyder and how he felt about this Commanders.
Oh, yeah, I seen it when it first happened.
And apparently he was really ticked off. I guess he's been out his yacht or he's been in London.
He's been in London, yeah. Oh, yeah, when it first happened, a bunch of Washington Us fans was texting and chatting each other. Did you see this? Did you see that? I was like, yeah, I saw it. And it made perfect example why he's not allowed in this country.
Wow. There you go. Update. Poll questions this morning. The Pacer payroll poll questions, please.
Yes, sir. Let's get to it. So our first Pacer poll question. Does LeBron James regret pushing the Lakers to draft Bronny James? Leading at 80% says no, he does not regret it. Next one. Big win in a row for Old Dominion men's basketball in the Sun Belt. Are they a contender in the Sun Belt, or is the Sun Belt just straight up bad? Well, 71.4% say they are contenders. Next one. Should Johnny D feel guilty for using his parents' handicap placard, which we call the golden ticket? It was no at first, but now 62.5% say yes, he should feel guilty for using his parents' placard. Shame on you, Johnny D. Next one. Have the Chiefs taken over as the NFL's evil empire over the Patriots of previous? 100% says yes, they are. And lastly, for you, Hank, since you just don't want to see anything dealing with Dallas Cowboys winning in the Super Bowl, they asked, would you go to an NHRA drag race or is that your team's Super Bowl? No question about it. 100% says the team's Super Bowl. And those are your questions from our own Pacer payroll question of the day.
All right, you still got time. They'll be up on the X if you want to vote on the poll at Drive Johnny D on Instagram. Morning Drive Johnny D. I want to thank everybody who chimed in on the YouTube stream this morning. David Foster very quickly chimes in talking about, will Dan Snyder try to buy the team back? Never.
Never.
And in fact, he's trying to buy the London Monarchs soccer club. And then David replies, he will probably buy a women's team.
Ooh, nope. Let's go.
Don't do it.
Not touching
let's go.
that one.
Yep.
On that note,
want
to appreciate everybody's texts this morning, your tweets, everybody chiming in on the YouTube stream. Always fun to interact and engage with the fine listeners of this radio program. Our great guest today, if you missed any of it, go to the YouTube page at Cova Sports TV. For Suave, for J-Lo, yours truly, this has been the Morning Drive right here on Fox Sports 1310 AM and the Fox Sports 1310 app. See you.
Here's a quick weather update from the News 3 First Warning Rainstorm Team.
Good morning, I'm meteorologist Miles Henderson. Mostly sunny today with high temperatures in the low 50s. We'll see some clouds building in late in the day. Clouds continue to build tonight with lows in the low to mid 40s. For Friday, mostly cloudy skies, warming up to the upper 60s and on the windy side, 10 to 20 with gusts to 30. Scattered showers during the day with a bigger rain chance Friday night. For News 3, I'm meteorologist Miles Henderson. Have a great day.
It's time for a Fox Sports 50 with Dino on Fox Sports 1310.
Old Dominion University head football coach Ricky Ronnie has hired Dwight Wilson as cornerbacks coach and Hunter Sims as the general manager. Wilson comes to ODU after spending the previous 2 seasons at Southern Miss. Sims spent the 2024 season as the director of defensive recruiting at Tulane. He helped the Green Wave to a 9-5 record. Baltimore second baseman Jorge Mateo avoided a salary arbitration hearing when he agreed to a $3.55 million one-year contract with the Orioles on Tuesday. The deal includes a $5.5 million team option for 2026. Fox has sold out of advertising spots for the upcoming Super Bowl, with more than 10 commercials selling for a record $8 million. While automakers and food and beverage companies will take up the bulk of airtime, artificial intelligence and pharmaceutical companies took a bigger share of commercials this year.
This has been a Fox Sports 50 on Fox Sports 1310.
Right now,
The Dan Patrick Show.
I have to acknowledge this because people